And 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Hello all, and welcome to the INVICTUS community stream. And we are concluding our Vampire the Requiem, Session 5, the finale. Oh crap, I didn't have something queued up.
And it is concluded.
Oh no,
that's the way we roll.
Oh well, whatever. Anyway, thank you for coming, and we appreciate you guys. We're wrapping stuff up, and it's been about 5 months, so we're going to try to remember what happened 5 months ago. So, but we really appreciate you guys checking out our video. If you like this campaign, we've got some other ones. We got Dungeon World, and we've got let's see, we've got another Dungeon World going, and then we also have Don't Rest Your Head, and then but anyway, we appreciate you guys, and also too, check out the INVICTUS stream that's that regularly streams on Wednesdays at 7 Eastern.
8 Eastern.
8 Eastern. So make sure to check those guys out at 8 Eastern. They just wrapped up an awesome 3-parter for Call of Cthulhu, and then we've got some of the some summer stuff going on. So make sure you check out those guys there. Also, too, if you're going to check us out, check out the INVICTUS community at our INVICTUS stream on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group there, and that's created by the guys from the INVICTUS stream, and we're the community. So anyway, we kind of created this our own little side stream so that we could kind of play some games together and get together. Also too, so if you join that group, you can be a part of some really cool people and have some really cool discussion, and also talk about the show and playing the hardships sometimes of playing tabletop in your community. Maybe you don't have a lot of people in your community that can support or have a local friendly gaming store. So you can come on with us, and we can go ahead and try to start doing some online games together on the side. And anyway, you just join us, and we'd like to have you if you want to come play or not, but just come out and hang out and enjoy the friends. So anyway, so that about wraps it up for me. So we are going to actually get started, and we're going to introduce our characters. We've got Mikhail Silco, played by Mike Fazio. Hey, Mike. Hey. Yeah. We've got Michael Jones, played by the lovely Mark Lane. Hello. We've got our awesome voiceover, Connal Riley, played by Sam Lynes.
And it's totally not my fault that it's been 5 years.
And we've got our wonderful Bob, the killer of our heroes. So hopefully that won't happen tonight. He's going to be our GM. And lastly, I am playing William Neal, and I am Chris Lawrence. So yay. So we're ready to wrap this thing up. Bob, you ready?
I'm ready. I just want to give a shout out to Tim Tabor for the dice app that he made.
That's right. Yeah, we have a real awesome dice app that Tim made for us. So we're actually using that for the first time. Actually, you guys may have used it for the Dungeon World, but for Vampire the Requiem, this is the first time that we get to use it. And this is actually the app that INVICTUS actually uses on their stream nights on Wednesdays. So this is pretty cool. So we're going to make sure to tell Tim, say, hey, thank you. Go to his house, drop him some roses or something on his front porch or something. So anyway, just go ahead, and we're real thankful for him doing that, taking his time out to make a cool app for us to be able to do that, especially with Google killing the crap out of all the other dice rollers.
Yes.
Thanks, Google.
Thanks, Google.
Thanks, Google.
All right, well, let's turn it over to you, Bob.
Thank you very much, and hopefully I can remember everything, because I didn't get to watch like you did. Thank you, Chris, for kind of watching the end there and getting us up to date on all our weapons and stuff. But if we remember, way, way, way back, hundreds of years ago in Game 4, our heroes had, again, traveled through time a couple of years, this time into the future from where they were in ancient Rome. And Rome was a desolate wasteland almost. just populated with Strix, scatterings of humans here and there. They came upon a monument of 4 figures on horses, and it turned out to be our 4 heroes here. Basically, whoever is behind everything had sullied the names of our heroes. So a little girl showed the way to a large, evil-looking structure in the distance. Green light was shooting up out of the top of it. Our heroes made their way there, past many, many strange and scary things, and stood before the structure, and the doors opened, and they stepped into a blinding white light, which didn't affect them at all yet.
I don't like the sound of that.
We
No way,
open.
Jose.
Our heroes have entered this structure, and the doors close behind them, and they stand in it looks almost Victorian style. 2 large staircases go up on each side. In the middle is a fountain, but there's no water in it. And if we remember back to, I believe it was the second game where they were in Signon, how the corruption was taking over the building they were in. They could see the black veins kind of running up the walls and the ceiling. It's kind of like that here, but they're not growing. You can just see them pulsing. These aren't actually, doesn't look like mold. It looks like more like roots. And you can see they're pulsing like large veins with some sort of probably unpleasantness flowing through them.
Can I go touch one?
Go for it.
I would like to.
All right, you reach down, you touch it, and it does. It looks like wood, kinda, but it's hard like metal, with, I guess, kind of a fleshy coating.
I take my axe.
You can see the metal underneath this thin fleshy coating.
I take my axe and see if I can hot hack a little hunk off. I'm not going to go full blown like Louisville Slugger on it. Just kind of like, I want to see if there's anything inside of it.
Okay, you smash your axe down on it, and it does cut the fleshy outer substance, but just leaves a little scar mark, I guess you could say, on the metal inside.
There's no like liquid or anything.
Liquid does kind of run. It doesn't like spurt out. It oozes, and it has the consistency of maybe oil.
I take my gooey axe blade and put it up in Mikhail's face and say, "What do you think this is, Mikhail?"
I don't know. Get it away. Oh, God.
And I smirk, chuckle, and turn. Michael William, come look at this.
Yeah, I was standing back as he was taking a whack at it because I didn't want to get spurted with whatever might have been in there.
Doesn't look good.
I'm surprised that it did very little damage to anything other than the outer skin, especially considering the weapons that we've just been armed with. I mean, with what they've been demonstrated as, I was expecting that thing to completely annihilate that thing.
Seems to be strong.
Unlike Mikhail. Ha ha.
And you do notice, Connal, that what black, the black oily substance that is left on your blade is slowly dissipating. It looks like being absorbed into your brain, or not your brain, but your
brain. Well, speaking of brain, I stick my thumb in it, and then I kind of look at everybody and do the whole.
No.
And then I wipe it on Mikhail's back.
Ah. You set of rags.
All right, again, you notice what was left on your thumb and what you wiped on Mikhail's back is slowly being absorbed. Yours into your skin, his into his shirt.
Do I feel anything?
It kind of itches, but nothing really bad.
Are there any doors? You said there were 2 stairwells and
Yeah,
a
there's
empty
2
fountain.
staircases and a large fountain. The staircases go up on each side of the wall, and there's the large fountain is where these, we'll call them roots.
Are there any
coming out of.
doors off the main floor?
No, but there are recesses, and it looks like there's large brass tubes with a small, probably, well, I'd say credit card size green glass.
Like viewports or
Yeah,
I'm
these
trying
are
to
these are
envision-
large tubes, maybe 8 feet tall, probably
okay. I was thinking
4 feet around, and you get the impression that it's not for you to look in, but something to look out.
I would be curious enough to try to approach the window and look through
Samesies.
carefully.
Okay, there are 2 of these. One on just probably 10 feet on the other side of the fountain, recessed into the wall underneath each staircase. And
I'll go with you, Michael.
So
as you
going the
look
same way.
in, you see a thick, almost syrupy like liquid. You can tell because of bubbles coming up, almost like a lava lamp. That's what the bubbles look like. And real dim, you think you can see a figure in there.
Inside
But you
of the
can't
tube.
make, yeah, but you can't make anything out. You just know that there's somebody or something in these 2 tubes.
I'm going to look at Connal and mimic knocking on the tube just to get your thoughts on banging on the thing to get a reaction.
How about we look for if there's a hatch or a doorway or something first?
All right.
Whoever's going to do that can roll for it, since we have this nice dice app.
Can we both do it?
Yeah, go for it.
What's
Yeah.
perception-ish?
Perception, composure, and wits.
Composure and
Thank you.
wits.
Yep.
So I got 5. I'm gonna roll 5.
Find where they are. It's been so long since I've looked at this again. So I got 6.
I got a 2, 5, 5, 7, 8. So is 8 a success?
Disregard mine. I rolled D12s.
That's pretty good rolls. I believe 8, 9, and 10 are successes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if 8 was, but then I have 1 success and no failures.
How's that, Bob? I'll take that roll any day.
I would think that you probably would. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Okay,
Nice.
Sam, you look in, or not Sam, sorry, Connal.
He
You
goes by
look
Sam.
in-
He goes by Sam sometimes.
That's his nickname. Sam is short for Connal.
Yeah. It's kind of like Bob's real name is Frederick. You know.
Weird.
Of course. You do see a seam around the side of this tube, but you don't see any way that it could be opened. It's almost hair thin.
Not true, Bob. I look at my axe blade. And I know of a way that I can open this. But Michael, there's a very thin seam here.
Michael, you are on the other side of this tube, and you notice in the back, it's set out from the wall probably 5 or 6 inches, and you see several little buttons and levers, clockwork type gears, which is odd for ancient Rome because none of that was invented yet, and actual like transistors and diodes and stuff going into the wall.
Does it have any symbols, anything indicating what things do?
No, and there's 3 little levers, kind of like little toggle switches that you have on electronics. You know, just the little silver ones.
All right. First, I'd say, Connal, I think I found something. And what position are the switches in?
They're all up.
Um,
And there's 3 positions. I'll tell you now, there's 3 positions you can move these. They go up, middle, and down.
okay,
How many
so
toggles are there, Michael?
3.
And how many tubes do we have?
2? Right, Bob?
Yeah,
Like-
there's 2, but this is just on this tube.
Oh, there's three on one tube. Got it.
Before we do anything, why don't we check the other tube and see if they've got control switches as well?
Well, since you found them, why don't you look already? Because you know where they might be. I found a seam that I can open if we need.
You do notice on the tube across the room there, it's exactly the same. You know,
Okay.
even to the positions of the wires, it looks exactly the same.
And I'm itching my back where the black stuff is against that panel. Just up and down, back
Nice.
and forth.
Now, is the room that we're in almost like a mirror image one side to the other?
If you were to draw a line down it, yeah, I'd say it's exactly like, and we'll even say down to the roots coming out of the fountain.
Hmm.
Okay, now let's knock. Do the things inside look like they're moving?
When you do knock, you can see.
But I didn't say we knock yet, Bob.
Oh, okay. All right.
Are we able to? Are they visible? Like, are they just basically kind of just shadows? We can't really actually
Yeah,
see.
it's like a silhouette. This stuff is so viscous and thick that you can't make out any features.
I just want to wipe more of it on Mikhail's back.
Hey, I have an ability called Scan that allows me to look at a single person or a node of a network to see who they're connected to. Do you think that would be able to apply in this case since they're kind of obfuscated?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll do. What do you roll? What are you rolling?
I think I just have a 1 on it. It's a discipline.
It's web, isn't it?
Yeah, it's web. But I guess it's just 1d10.
Okay, I guess we'll take 1 success then.
Okay. I'll take green, guys. I'm gonna roll the green die. Oh shoot!
Ooh, a 1.
Well, 1 is the
And
first digit for 10, right?
Yes, missing something.
I'm gonna let you.
A dramatic failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you describe your dramatic failure.
Okay. The character fails to interpret any useful information from the subject and is unable to use his power again for the rest of the night.
Wow.
That is pretty dramatic, then.
And I actually lose oh wait, I don't have to roll for it. It's a vitae.
Oh, you're gonna
But-
spend 1.
Well, I think I just used vitae to use it, but I guess I rolled to see the result. So I just
What is everybody's vitae? I'm gonna write it.
Full?
Full.
4.
Mine is 10.
How many of those
I got
things
it.
did you eat?
I got 8.
8. Jeez.
Because
I'm a monster.
Well, you are. You eat raccoons. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I'm at 4.
You're at 4.
Yeah.
And Mark.
I'm sorry, I'm having to translate between 2 sheets. I'm at 8. The other one I was looking at was saying I was at 11, and I knew that wasn't right.
All right. What is that? When you're all
That was
full up?
when I'm full, it's at it has 20 boxes. I wonder if these are halves. One.
It's whatever you rolled at the beginning.
Yeah. It was our first roll we ever did.
So this is everybody's max, right at this moment.
I just lost mine, so I'm at 9.
You're at 9.
Yeah, 4. God.
Well, you just got to find something to kill.
Well, guys, I knew this time would come. I'm ready.
All right. So are you going to use one? I'll let you do that over.
You'll let me do it over?
Yeah, I'll let you do it over since you didn't have to roll.
Well, that's so basically I use the vitae for it, and then I roll for the result.
Oh, okay.
And dramatic failure is that I can't. I basically, I don't know, sneeze farted or something.
Snorted,
Yeah, sharded.
feased,
Eased.
Okay. How about this? As
Fazioed.
as you dramatically failed that roll, you have to do hands-on type of deal with this, or
No, it's just in the room.
just like a set?
So basically, it's an instant, but the character have to observe for over a number of minutes, basically.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm an idiot. So I didn't. Let me go back. Let's see. I rolled a 1 that one time.
Yeah.
So let's see. Actually, I use my wits, intelligence, plus the web.
Cool.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then, Bob, do you have a composure or blood potency for that figure?
No.
Because they did.
All right, so I failed on 1, so I have to. It's gonna. I don't know. We'll see. There you go.
Wow.
Hey.
There you go.
So you got 1 success, and that's all I asked of you. So.
Okay.
So what did you want to discern?
Sorry, I'm reading.
How about this?
What?
You look at the little panel with the 3 switches on it, and you notice where the ball socket goes inside the toggle. You see tiny scratches. One, if you were to, they're actually on both sides of the ball. So you're like looking at it, and the switch is like this. You see tiny scratches. The first one is down, and the third one is down.
So it's giving me a middle finger. Hey guys, take a look at the switches over here, and then I show them kind of what's going on there, and see if they can discern anything from it.
Looks like raccoons have been here. Fine.
I smell them. I think I brought my barbecue sauce with me.
What do you guys make of the scratches on the switches?
I want to
Can
check
I-
another set.
Yeah, can I investigate them too?
Yeah, go for it.
So that's perception again. 5. Nope.
Oh, you got 1.
Oh yeah, because the 1 and the 8, 1 and the 9 cancel out, and I get to 8,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you notice on this one that on the first and second one, there's no scratches, but on the third one, the scratches are on the bottom.
Do they look animal?
No,
With
it's
that's
more
about-
like use.
Oh, just like rubbing against something.
Yeah, yeah.
But, William, they look like this portion has been either opened or moved repeatedly. And I kind of push on it.
So what do you guys think of the purpose of these tubes? I don't know if we move these switches, then it very well could drain these out and we can go ahead and be ready to fight. But I'm not sure. I don't think these things are here for just decoration.
Bob, the tops of the tubes, I'm trying to envision this. So come out from the wall horizontally and go up. But then how are they connected across the top, or are they like up and capped, or?
They have a flat top. There's no seam. It looks like it seems like it's just all one piece of metal. You think there you can just see that hairline seam on each side.
Well, we can always try testing the buttons on one. We don't have to do them both. Don't have to do them both at the same time, unless that's what's required. But I mean, got to do something to find our way out of here.
We still haven't knocked on any of the panels yet, right?
No.
I take the pommel of my axe and just kind of like, without looking at anybody, just tap it. Not hard enough to, crack it or anything, but
you
solid
notice.
enough to.
Is anybody looking through the glass as you're tapping on it?
I mean, I would be looking.
Okay. You notice whatever's inside kind of flinches.
Like a fish?
Kind of like a fish if you would knock on a fish tank.
They are alive, gents.
What happens if you hit it harder?
I hit it harder.
You hit it harder?
I hit it harder. Oh, wait. I look at Michael and I go, with the soft end or the hard end, Michael? Which one do you want?
I just want to know if if hitting it hurts them, like in the way fish react when a tank is hit, or if it's just kind of a nuisance.
And I just want to know what part of his axe is soft.
The pommel.
The blade is really hard.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get blisters. You don't want to get blisters, man.
I did when I went blacksmithing, man. That was terrible. Got a huge blister on the palm of my hand, like 15 minutes in.
Noob.
All right, so you just rearing back and letting go, or?
Still controlled, but probably a 6 out of 11.
6
Don't
out
go
of
11.
Smack it with the flat of your blade.
Nice.
And I'm going to use the flat side of the blade. Because Michael says that, and I have no willpower.
So kind of like a tennis racket type of deal.
Yeah, kind of like hitting a bell.
Okay. You rear back and you hit this thing, and not necessarily a spark, like if you were to hit metal on metal and cause a spark, but more of an electric, kind of a static discharge. And now I'm going to roll.
Am I taking damage?
No, you're not. Matter of fact, it dissipates and goes up into the ceiling since my roll.
The static charge.
Yeah.
But how did the creatures react, or whatever it is inside?
But the creatures inside reacted by going more into a fetal position, where you could imagine just by watching. And after a little bit, they, I guess, calm down and go back to the same position they were at.
So that does hurt them.
So what were the tubes that we had seen earlier? They weren't like actual physical roots from a tree, right?
Coming out of the fountain?
Yeah.
No, they're not from a tree.
Can I inspect the fountain a little bit more?
Yeah.
See, what did y'all roll for perception?
Composure and wits.
Nope. I didn't get anything.
No, you just notice that they're still kind of throbbing slowly, pushing whatever liquid that Connal had got on his axe through wherever.
Are they attached to these bronze or brass tubes in any way?
No,
or
no.
Okay. All right.
The only thing attached to the tubes are the wires and switches and stuff in the back. And those go directly into the wall.
So we got wires, scratch marks, and toggles,
And no way out.
and glass
Except for the
panels.
two stairways going up.
And you said there were some recesses in the back of the foyer, right?
Yeah, that's where the tubes are.
Okay. Would you like me to open one of these cans?
Before we do, I'd want to go up the stairs a bit just to see, because the stairs aren't the way we came in, correct? That's like door behind
No,
us closed.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And then we got
You
something
walked
like
into the room and it's
the
more
Annabelle
of a-
implantation staircase thing going up.
Yeah.
Where do the stairs lead?
You can see that they lead up to a landing. I guess you could call it the second floor. And you do see a large doorway, but from where you're standing, you can't see through it. And you do notice that it looks different slightly from the floor you're on now. Right now, everything kind of looks used. And up on the second floor, it looks, I guess, a little bit cleaner, I guess you could say, less used.
So, Mikhail, you're going to head up to the clean place?
Yeah, I'm staying up here.
Now, what do you guys think about checking up at least the top of the stairs before we do anything with these tubes? I'm just wondering.
I think it is prudent, and I will go with you. Like usual, because Mikhail is a coward.
I'm already up the stairs. I'm already at the top. It's clean.
Then I look sheepish and sprint up, push you back down one step.
And I fall down the stairs.
Do the tubes go up into the second floor?
No, they're about 8 feet tall.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering.
I guess if anybody's played Fallout
You know,
3, you know the tubes that are in the city that you can go hide in.
okay.
Sometimes there's dead bodies in it. That's about what the dimensions of them are.
I stay behind, kind of right at the bottom of the steps, just kind of as watch out.
So I'm just curious if we can look through the doorway and see where those tubes are going. I don't know if we'll be able to see down and over, but
Mikhail,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have heightened senses?
Yes, I'd like to use Auspex. Thank you. And heighten those senses.
Nudge, nudge, push, push.
Yes, yes.
Do what you're told.
Because I'm on edge for sure. I mean, there's things moving, don't know what they are.
And you're wanting to look through the doorway on the second floor?
Yeah.
You haven't had your Ritalin in like, I don't know, what year are we in now, Bob?
The early 80s.
I remember. I was just joking.
Let's see. So I'm rolling. 4, 6.
They hating.
Let's see. Garbage.
Okay, roll that one up.
Yeah,
Roll
but
that
cancels out.
0 again. You cancel that, you're 8.
So I roll one more?
Yeah.
All right.
You got a 10 there.
nice.
Ha!
There you go.
Good deal. You look down this hallway, and it looks like raggedy curtains. It could be flesh. You're really not sure. But in the darkness, or the dimness, I guess you could say, you hear skittering. It sounds like metal. Metal on, I guess, we'll call it granite, kind of skittering away. You hear it's going back and forth, getting louder and farther away. And you think you think you see
robotic
something,
raccoons.
you think you see something maybe 20 feet down this hallway. It's probably 3 feet tall, spider-like almost, skitter past from one side to the other.
All right.
And it's fast, you say?
3
Yeah,
feet
it's
tall.
fast. Yeah, about 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, my battle axe is still in my hand, and I get in front of Mikhail because I know he's probably
Behind
wetting
you.
himself.
How far away is it?
It was about 20 feet down this hallway.
Is it walking
And I-
away?
No, it went from one side of the hall to the other side.
Maybe try your animal thing with it.
Can I see its eyes?
No, it was more of a shadow.
Do we have any torches?
I've got a ranged weapon.
Have acid?
I'd turn around and look up the stairs and say, "What are you guys doing up there? Do you see
It's-
anything?"
There's
Not
something
good.
up here, William. Come up here.
Mikhail,
Well-
start an acid.
I start moving.
How about
So
we
moving
figure
forward.
out? How about we figure out what these tubes are before we go upstairs?
We know what's upstairs, and it's not good.
Well, we know what's down here.
And it's not good. So we have a decision to make. Which not
So
good would we want to do?
We can go further and get not good, and then the tubes drain, and then we get double not good. So we get triple good, not good.
Sounds good. Yeah, it negates, right? Okay.
I tell you what. All right, I've got dual crossbows.
Nice.
I can stay at the top of the stairs, since hopefully if this thing decides to come toward us, I can at least get a couple of shots off if y'all want to take a look at the tubes and play with the switches.
I've got a mental ability skill that's investigation, and I've got specifically solving enigma. So, Bob, can I use that to kind of figure out kind of what the switches
Yeah, definitely.
are for?
I'm glad you saw that.
Good catch.
He has eclectic skills.
See, I've got investigation. What should I'm not sure what to pair that with. I guess intelligence or wits.
I would go wits.
Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna crack this. Bam.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, you do ascertain through your further study of these toggles that the scratches in the ball joint of these toggles, that's where you need to flip them. If you get what I'm talking about. On the one that you said gave you the middle finger, the first and third one have scratches on the bottom. So what you would do, those toggles would go down.
All right.
Gotcha. I turn back around and say, "Hey guys, I think I kind of understand what we need to do if we want to drain these out. Is that something that y'all are wanting to do?"
No.
Do it. And I put my hand over Mikhail's mouth. And I look him in the face and say, "Do it."
I'm looking down from the
Hey,
balcony
guys.
and nodding.
We got some really cool weapons from Hugs and Kisses XNO.
I mean, we're vampires.
So I'm kind of itching to use these. So let's test out this first. So anyway,
We're time traveling vampires. What really could go wrong?
I toggle the ones that in the correct sequence.
Okay. So you're on the one, let's say that it was on the left of the fountain. You put the first and third toggles down and you hear, well, you feel kind of a rumbling in the floor. And you notice a thin seam of light where this hatch is. And the hatch slowly recesses and goes around. The floor, as if by magic, turns into like a grate, and all this snotty type of liquid drains into the floor.
Can I get close by, within, let's say, melee range, but not near the grate,
Yeah, you can.
so I can protect William's sweet face?
And then I'll go ahead and kind of get ready, and then I'll turn to Michael and say, why don't you go ahead and since you're arranged, why don't you go ahead and try and see if you can get in a better position in case we have to fight this thing.
All right, so you want me back downstairs? Because I was upstairs, eyes on the door.
Stay up there, Michael. High ground. High ground is perfect for range.
High ground and keep notice with Mikhail up on the steps, and we'll take down here.
Yeah, and I'm like this with my mace up there waiting.
And then the spider like comes right down.
Yeah.
And then like grabs
my head and goes,
no, it grabs your spike thing and then pulls it straight up out of your
my
hand.
head. It's like,
And then you don't know.
But the mace shoots those spikes, remember?
yes, right in.
Squirts web right in your face.
Yeah.
All right.
We're all ready.
So everything's just kind of stationary right now. We don't know. It's basically took the tube away. Is the tube still visible?
Yeah, it's still there. Just the door kind of recessed and swung in.
So is the tube empty?
The liquid's all drained out. Some of it still drips down.
And can I see the creature or whatever's inside of it?
You can. You look in, and the figure is as big as the tube. It's probably 8 feet tall. A good 400 pounds.
Oh shoot!
I missed that one. I thought you were going to have them be X and O in those tubes.
We'll just talk to him. Yeah.
You notice that their bodies almost look like somebody that has burn scars. That's the texture of their body, and they have no face. It's totally blank.
Do they look like the Strix at all? Anything like them resembling?
No, you've never seen anything like this. You do see thin wires and tubes still suspending them from their backs and their head and stuff, or its head.
Oh, good.
So is it reacting in any way other than...
You can see it's starting to twitch.
Not good. Mm-mm.
Okay.
What are you guys thinking, guys?
All right, if you were describing this to me, since I can't see it, metagame.
Yeah, I'll describe it to you.
So the wires are embedded in this thing?
Yeah, almost like the Matrix.
Can I poke it?
I was about to say, Connal, can you cut the cables?
I mean, can I? Yes. Will I? We'll see.
Yeah.
Because if you ask the question, I have to think about it. But if you just say cut them, I'm going to do it. If you haven't figured that out yet. Can I reach the body?
You can. It's in the center of this tube, so it's a good 1.5 feet inside. And you do notice it's kind of stretching now, kind of getting its footing.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna go rip the wires out of the back of its head. I don't like it. I don't trust it.
And what's that spider thing doing down the hallway while all this is going on? Because I don't want it sneaking up on me.
You don't see it anymore. Like I said, it just went from one side of the hallway to the other. Every once in a while, you see kind of if it would be sparks throwing strange shadows off the walls further down the hall.
All right.
I feel like we need all 4 of us down here for this. Is there a way we can set something up to be alerted if it comes down? Do we have anything?
It's not like we have adventurers packs.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I guess it's not much of anything.
So I don't trust the body in the tube with the black vein imagery and the wires and things connected to them. I think they're being used like batteries or power sources. So I feel like, I don't feel like Connell's going to go in there and disconnect the battery with vengeance. It's the name of my axe, by the way. Vengeance.
I figured it would be called Prejudice.
I'm not prejudiced.
No, you use it with prejudice.
Oh, okay.
That's its name, Extreme Prejudice.
There it is. Well, if you're cutting off the battery, then it's going to die, right?
We
Better to be dead than live a half-life instead of a tube, Mikhail.
True. True,
Pull
Connal.
the plug,
Always
guys.
right.
So you want me to roll, Bobo?
Yeah, let me get what you're going to be rolling against here real quick.
It's got an armor class of 40.
Yeah.
Not that bad, just 38.
I got like 50 dice for attacks now, so
No. If we do kill it, that's a lot of vitae.
but it's covered in slime.
They're just wiping on me anyway.
Kind of thinking that blood's going to be a little tainted.
All right, so what, you're going to swing your axe at it or the wires?
The wires. Can I? It's not even. It's kind of like semi-conscious, not really moving too quickly.
Yeah, not too quickly right now. And you can also see that as it dries, its face is kind of taking on some features. In other parts of its bodies are becoming more defined.
Hmm.
Do I recognize the
bad.
features? Do they look vampiric or do they look human or what?
No, they look humanoid.
Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to disconnect the battery.
Okay.
Is there a way? Are the wires and things taut, or is it?
They're kind of they just kind of hang down.
Is there any way I want to grab the back part of the wires and pull it taut because it's a lot easier to cut through something that's taut if it's saggy.
Okay, yeah, you can. You
So-
grab you grabbing the head wires or the back wires? Or I guess
Let's go. Let's go head tubes.
head tubes. Okay, as you grab the tubes, you feel them give in your hand.
And they just pull out.
Well, it almost explodes in your hand,
Okay.
kind of like you squished a hot dog or something.
You're just some weird
And-
shit, Bob.
That's as close as I could get. And the thing you hear, even though it doesn't have a mouth yet, you hear a deathly wail coming from inside its chest.
Only me, or
Yeah.
does everybody else hear it?
Everybody else hears it. It's kind of like if its mouth, you didn't have any lips and you scream.
Yeah.
That's
He
what it would
has no
sound
mouth
like.
and he must scream.
Like Keanu in The Matrix.
Yeah, kind of.
Reminds me of a Big Daddy from BioShock. This is horrifying.
So,
So-
forget about the fatties and zombicide.
Yeah.
I grab
So
it. I grab it by the chin and look at its eyes,
Okay.
and then I
Yeah.
say, "Do you wish to live?"
You notice that you can see eyes underneath a thin layer of skin, but they're dead.
So like there's skin growing over.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, so I'm just gonna behead it. Let's make this quick.
Okay. You take your axe, and you don't even have to roll for it because it's real. It's
Damn
real
it, Bob,
easy
I got
to
like
do.
9 dice for an attack now.
Oh, you'll get to that. On the other side, which nobody has noticed, the liquid is drained from the inside.
Balcony, hopefully I would be seeing something.
Well, like we got to remember the window is size of a credit card.
Oh, so
you're
I'm thinking,
You're looking at the one that Connal just beheaded, and
Okay.
the other one, like the liquid, drains from the inside. There's no
Okay.
sound or anything; it just drains from the inside.
I was thinking
Yeah.
you're talking about the whole door opening and all like that.
Oh no, not yet.
All right, I'm with you.
You hear a pounding, coming from across the room in the other tube. And as you look over, you can see dents starting to appear on the outside of this tube, like something's inside trying to punch its way out.
I'm going to yell down to William, reverse the switches.
Let me get out of the tube first.
I'm talking about the other tube.
No, I'm going to run. So I'll run over. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking to myself, like, I don't know if that's really the best way. If something's wanting to get out. Anyway, so I look at the other guys. I said, I'm fixing to open this guy out. You guys get ready to whale. So I'll go ahead and I look. And do we still have scratches on this one as well?
You do, but as you reach for the switches, the panel, you're not on the side with the panel, but the panel explodes outwards and shrapnel fills the room. So, William,
Okay.
roll for some, let me get this here. Didn't have any dexterity, so that's just going to be 2. Down here.
As he's doing that, can I walk out of my tube with the head and throw it at Mikhail? And say, I got something for you, Mikhail.
I
Figured it'd be a
catch
good
it,
luck charm.
just scream in horror, dropping and running away.
Worst vampire ever.
Oh, I should just stay where it was clean.
So, what's your armor, William?
I just have whatever. Oh, I don't have any, but I do have a defense.
Okay.
Defense of 3.
All right, I got 1. I rolled a 9, so roll your defense.
Nine.
Tie goes to you.
Hmm.
You bring your gauntlets up, and yeah, kind of like that. You slap them together, and the shrapnel that's coming towards you kind of fizzles and
To absorb it.
turns to ash before it even hits you. But 8-foot monstrosity steps out with a heavy thudding footsteps. This thing is ugly. It has many, many horns on the top of its head, almost like a dog skull type of looking face, large claws, and you can see its ribs are on the outside of the skin. Inside, you can see the blood pumping to a very large heart, buried on the other side of its thick sternum. And it's looking over at Connal.
So it's not looking at me at all.
No, it hasn't seen you yet. Since
That's
you were
kind of
standing, you were standing on this side with the switches. It came out on the other side. It blew that
Gotcha.
panel out and stepped out.
Okay.
What's over?
Your life.
Nothing is over.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go put another movie back in.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So,
All right, Connal.
is it just staring at me? Does it look threatening?
It's kind of getting its bearings as it stepped out, but it's focused on you.
Is it
I
still?
look up at Michael and I go, should I talk to it?
I don't know if that thing's wanting to talk. Is it still cabled at all, or is it?
No, there's no
Free.
cables or anything on it. It's free.
I mean, is it looking like it's flexing? Like I'm getting ready to rumble.
I look at it and say, do you speak any English?
And it roars at you and lops towards you.
That's the answer I wanted. I charge it and swing with my axe and say, it's not friendly. I shout, it's not friendly. So I get
I'm
4
drawing.
strength and 5 weaponry index for rolling, so 9 dice.
I'm going to get a big 3.
And I'm drawing a beat on this thing as well.
Mhm.
I failed.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Destiny.
I'll Bob, you okay with me shooting, or do you need to resolve your end?
Let me resolve this one first. I got 3 successes, and I'm getting ready to roll 1 more. And 1 more.
Oh crap.
Whoa.
Stop rolling 10s.
And 1 more.
Damn it,
Oh
Bob.
my gosh.
What?
And good night, guys.
And it's a failure. So how many hits was that? Or
3?
successes?
3?
Three. Yeah,
But
3.
my one,
There was a-
my one
Not even
negated one of those. So
So. Oh.
I wonder if my dice thing has died because I don't see your roll.
I think it cleared after each one.
All right, so I had
Okay.
I had 2 failure, well, 1 success and 2 failures, so nothing, just a failure.
okay, you swing and it raises its arm, and you have extra damage too, right?
Yeah,
What is that?
I think it was 3 something. Let me check the message. Because I don't know where my notes are either.
Because you have
That's-
the keen weapon, and that's why you got that extra damage.
Got crossbow man, no mace man. That's not me.
You were up above that.
Yeah, it's loading. My computer's being stupid.
Axeman, 3 damage, and you can do 9 again. I don't.
So that means 9.
Did you roll any
explode.
nines?
I did roll a 9.
Roll it again.
So I got 2 1s and a 9.
So you got 1 success.
Well,
Yeah.
that's another 9.
Yeah.
So now I've evened out.
So
So
you're evened out. So hopefully you
and
can get
1 more
another 9.
is a 7.
Oh well, at least you didn't dramatically fail.
Yeah.
But again, it raises its arm. Your axe, just like with the root coming out of the fountain, cuts the skin, and you can tell that there's some sort of metal, or it's not bone underneath the skin.
Good.
Otherwise, you would have taken his arm completely off.
And Bob, I've got a question for my weapon because
Okay.
the notes on mine says 3 damage with another +3 for the acid. Now, does that mean three
Yours was
additional
lightning.
dice?
Yours was lightning. I think Mikhail's was acid, right?
Yeah, I have
With the
corrosion
mace.
damage.
Yeah. Yours was you have the energy bolts
Wait, it's
almost.
crossbows. I'm going from Chris's notes, and it just says 3 damage with another 3 for the acid, and he may just have been writing quick and didn't catch it because I honestly can't remember.
Yeah.
But now, with that, does that mean I roll 3 additional dice, or is that just? I'm not sure I'm understanding it.
I believe, and I could be totally wrong, that if you hit, you get
The plus.
the +3.
No,
Okay.
Bob, you made it up.
I made it up.
You get to decide.
Yeah.
I mean, I admit I probably enjoy rolling 3 more dice, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I don't want to cheat this thing.
Let's do that. That would be easier.
So roll 3 more dice, and then I get +3 for damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're ranged. You're going dexterity plus your firearms against my target's armor, or the target's armor. So that's going to be another 3 for me.
And I'm rolling 9.
I don't know why. I keep resetting.
Ooh. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes with a 10. So let me re-roll it. And-
A quick question on the dice here.
Mm-hmm.
If I roll 3 and I roll another one, I just bump that up to 4 and it keeps those 3 dice.
That's a good question.
Every time I've done it, it clears it.
Yeah, it'll clear it. There's not any saved rolls at this point.
Okay.
So, but if you want to go ahead and like keep those in mind.
Go ahead. I had 3 9s, a 10, and I just rolled another 10. So that's 4, 5, and then for another. Okay. Still, I'll take 5 successes.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure that Connal would wanted his 5 successes also. How many 10s did you get?
That was 1, 2. It was 5. So that was
14. There's 14 of them above.
I'm trying to. It was either 2 or 3 because I got 10. There were 2 10s, 3 9s.
And a 1, so you got 2 9s and 2 10s?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
You hit this thing and in the upper chest, and your arrows, of course, explode in like a lightning bolt when it hits. It blows this thing back against the wall. It has a large smoking hole in it. And you can see underneath now gleaming metal, and you don't know if it's something living moving underneath it, like worms or tentacles or whatever. But what you get is it's smaller versions of whatever's coming out of that fountain. And you knock this thing on its butt. It's sitting up against the wall with a big smoking hole in its chest.
And that's with the additional 3 damage for every hit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Connal hit it hard. Hit it while it's down.
Yeah, I want to run up and hit it while it's down, for sure. Oh, yeah.
That would give Mikhail and William a chance to do something.
William's got the gauntlets. Smack the crap out of that thing.
So, so what happened, I guess, is the big monster's been hit. It's fallen down, and you said something was coming out of the fountain.
No, you can see the bones underneath the skin where this large hole is. You can see something like writhing around and almost like connecting.
Oh,
And it looks like smaller versions of whatever these things are coming out of this fountain.
coming out of the fountain.
Yeah. And Mikhail, you still up on the 2nd floor?
At this point, the second I saw it fall, I ran down the stairs to try and go and hit it while it was down.
Okay. So, Michael, you were still on the staircase, right? You're shooting from the staircase?
Michael's
Dropped, had to come back. Sorry.
I see 2 of them.
Yeah, Michael was on the staircase.
He was, okay. You hear down this hallway, like doors opening, and sounds like machinery starting up. And you feel a wave of, it's not blistering heat, but it's a dry heat wind shooting down this hallway as this thing gets blasted against the wall. And again, you hear the skittering, but there's more of it this time.
Okay, and so system dropped me when I was doing that, so I'm hearing this? Or,
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to be paying attention to the doorway. Matter of fact, I'm going to be going down a couple of steps so that eye level with the floor almost.
Okay. Mikhail and William, what are y'all doing?
I'm hitting it on the ground.
He means to say something useful for once.
Yeah. Just want to hit it right
You're kicking
where.
the guy when he's down, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I want to do.
Found the wizard of the group.
Okay, strength plus weaponry.
Yes, sir. Strength plus weapon. All right, grand old 3.
That's key.
Come on. What is that? That's not correct. Let me do that again. Or you could take that, which is complete garbage. D10 3. 1, 2, 3. That is also complete garbage.
Okay, in your fervor of actually doing something, maybe a little heroic, you get kind of overzealous and you swing and you hit the wall above its head. The spikes in your mace hit the wall and it starts dissolving.
I did it, guys.
Mike, just Mikhail, just point the mace at it and let the spikes do their job. I remember you were holding it last time and it shot the stupid things.
Ah, that's how it works.
So does it still have tubes?
No,
No more tubes.
no.
And it's dissolving now.
No, the wall above its head's dissolving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but it's
I look at William, ready my axe, and if he's not stepping towards it, I am.
I guess I still don't really understand the tubes part of it.
This one didn't have tubes. This is
No. I meant like that. He said that like whenever it had busted open, there was like something inside of it.
It was the same as the stuff in the fountain. It's the
The
same
ooze?
material.
Oh yeah, it looked like it had like the black veins,
Yep.
Okay.
like
So-
the rot pumping through its veins.
I'll go up and is it still on the ground, right?
Yeah, it's still sitting on the ground.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and hit it straight in the skull with my gauntlets.
Okay, strength plus your brawl.
Ooh.
I don't like the look on Bob's face. Looks too devious.
Chris, I don't know if it'll help, but close combat is strength plus weaponry. If that'll give you any other extras.
I use brawl for it, so I get extra.
Because you're punchy.
Yeah, punchy. So yeah, because I don't really have a weapon other than my fist. So I've got 2 6. I've got a 9 and an 8. 2 success.
Okay. Mine canceled out. I had a 1 and a 9. So you punch the top of this thing's head, and what do your gauntlets do again?
The description
Corrosive.
there was that it when I punch it, like it basically kind of shocks or like obliterates whatever it is, and then it starts to absorb the matter.
Okay, that's even better. I can work with that. You punch right straight through its head, and as your hand makes contact, you break through its metallic-like skull into its squishy little brain, and everything starts, like you said, absorbing into your gauntlet. And one of the runes on the back of it, instead of glowing green, it glows like purple. And you can tell that it's not like a rune, but it's more like an electronic schematic, little circles and lines, almost like a circuit board type of deal.
So right now I'm just it's exposed, and the gem or my gauntlet actually just kind of turns into kind of circuits.
Yeah. If you remember the last time you punched something, it was like a rune on your gauntlet, I think on the knuckle, and when it absorbed, one of those runes started glowing green, I believe it was. This time it's not a rune, but it looks almost like a circuit schematic.
Do I feel anything different? Do I feel like
You feel kind of through your body, kind of like a static charge, kind of like if you're walking across carpet with with your socks on, and your hair kind of stands on end, and your skin, you feel kind of tingling.
Okay, and then I look back at Michael and say, shoot it in the. Is it doing anything now? Is it completely, dead?
Oh, it's dying. It's dead.
Oh, okay.
You punch through its head into its brain.
I hit it again.
And stay down.
Now, coming from the second floor, you finally get to
Incoming.
see these spider-looking things. They're on, think Toy Story. You remember the
Yep.
spider thing?
The doll head.
Baby
Yeah.
head on top of the
Robotics.
Yeah, instead of a doll head, this thing has a brass-like tube, but you can see inside of it. There's a brain.
Seriously, and it was some weird shit, Bob.
They totally ignore everybody, and they go to these two bodies, and almost like a crab, how they eat, with their little pinchers. They start pinching off stuff, and these things are being broke down right before your eyes, almost like just being dismantled, and it's quick.
So they're not paying any attention to us.
They're not paying any attention at all.
It's time for us to move. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
There's two stairs, right?
Yeah.
What? And they don't go to the same place.
They
As
go to
far
the
as-
same place, yeah.
They do go to the same
Alright.
place.
This is kind of like the double sweeping to the
Yeah,
top,
yeah.
like every southern
Palace.
mansion has.
Yeah.
How big are the spider thingies, Bob?
About 3 feet tall.
Okay, so they're pretty big.
Maybe.
I kind of want to smash one.
Connal smash.
You can go golfing.
I wait for, I look at everyone else and say, get up the stairs, I'll bring up the rear.
Go for it.
And as everyone goes up the stairs, I'm going to golf someone.
You're gonna
Just
hit with
because.
you're gonna hit with the spider things.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, look at Bob's smile.
knock yourself out.
Yeah.
I wish I could screen cap that.
All right. I got 2 successes and 1 failure, and I got a 10. So I got 1 success. I'm going to re-roll the 10, right?
Yeah.
And it is another 10,
Keep it up.
and then a 2. So I got 2 successes.
Okay. You hit this thing square in the. It's
Okay.
mostly glass. It's got like brass top and bottom.
I'm aiming for Mikhail,
You're aiming for Mikhail.
trying to chip it up onto his back or something.
Okay, as you hit it, the tube shatters, and you hear kind of an electronic scream, and this thing just drops down from the ceiling. 2 of these tentacle things that are in the fountain come down, and they pick up the now wrecked spider thing, and they drag it up to the ceiling, where they rip it apart, and all the parts are just, they're deposited in these little doors in the ceiling.
I'm
And it's,
going to yell for Connal. We got to go.
I go upstairs as I'm searching my body for matches or a lighter or something so I can burn this evil building down.
Make it for more good. It's the only way.
as everybody gets to the second floor, you hear what sounds like a trumpet, a really, really loud trumpet. And it's coming from everywhere and nowhere, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And down this hallway, you see lights. If we remember I think it was last game, you were going in a tunnel, and the lights would come on as you progressed. That's what these lights are doing. And you can see that this tunnel oddly goes deeper into this place than you think is. It's weird. The tunnel looks bigger than the place that you're in from what you saw outside. Again, if that makes any sense.
TARDIS, yeah.
Yeah,
So is
yeah,
it,
kind of.
is it level or are we ascending? Or?
It's you can see a slight grade going up.
All right, because I knew we were supposed to be climbing, if I remember correctly.
Let's
any features on the wall, or is this similar to the last one where it's just smooth?
The ceiling,
Featureless.
it's arched probably about like this. And every so often there's, again, I guess you could call them little portals where you know now that these spider things move back and forth. It's like little access ports that these things can go in.
Are those little things running still past us, kind of on the ground?
Every once in a while, you'll hear them behind you, and you'll turn around real fast, and you'll see as it goes across the hall.
Can I look at one and then snap my finger and like go with my gauntlet, kind of like that? What does my gauntlet do?
Oh, you mean because of
Yeah,
whenever you just absorbed?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, nothing. These things are basically just mindless drones for upkeep of whatever this place is you're in.
So nothing shoots out of my fingers from
No.
the rune things.
No. You do notice on the back of your gauntlet, I guess they come up to maybe your elbow.
Sure.
You can see that these little circuit lines are kind of spreading. And Connal, you notice that your thumb, where you touch the goo, the itching has gone up into the back of your hand.
I lop it off.
And Mikhail, you kind of, it feels like there's, you got kind of an itching on your back.
Yeah, we got to move. I'm getting itchy.
Let's keep moving.
Let's do this.
Do any of them tell me this?
We just run.
That would be up to them, I guess.
Yeah, things are getting worse. Mr. Michael, we need to start moving. I'm itchy, and I don't like it. No, sir.
Okay, you make your way down this passageway into a circular room. And it's almost like a hologrammy type of thing. These different patterns of light are floating in the air. You can see there's a large tube again, but it's more like a milky crystal, kind of like quartz in the center of this room. It goes as far up this room as you can't see the ceiling in this circle room. It's not very big, this room, but this crystal goes into infinity up. And you can see these, like I said, these different patterns of light moving back and forth. Sometimes they pass through the crystal, and there's like a pulse, and it shoots up.
So that's what the green light that we saw that was shooting up into the sky from outside.
You would guess that this is generating that light from the outside.
So that means this is where the god is supposed to be. If that's what the kids were saying and the terrified villagers and everything else. What else do we see? We're in a circular room, a small circular room with a...
Yeah, this room is pure white, oval, except for the shaft that's up. And there's no other doorways. This hallway led to this room.
Okay.
And when we showed up, they were basically ushering us in. I mean, they didn't stop us. They stood aside for us as we came in. If there's no way forward, this must be where we're intended to go. You guys mind if I take a shot at the tube?
Be my guest.
Be my guest. Put
I don't
your
want-
broken ship to the test.
I don't want Connal to take any damage from connecting. So I'm going to stand as far back, or I guess I could just stand in the doorway, getting back as far as I can from this thing and taking a shot at it.
Okay, as you shoot it,
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, your bolt travels, and probably an inch from this crystal, your bolt turns to light and is added to this crystal. And again, the light shoots up.
Okay.
My character's just kind of thinking about who we're supposed to be meeting here. And then he yells, "Show yourself." That's
You're going
it.
to say that to the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, as you say that, you hear another loud trumpet and booming voice that says, "Come hither."
And then I
I
say,
start
"Boop."
walking forward.
I start walking backward.
Did you say boop?
Yeah, and then I say boop to see if it'll make the horn sound again.
And it doesn't.
Oh, awkward.
So is there like a guy in the corner behind a curtain? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Not in this room, there's not.
Okay.
I start
The
stepping
next-
forward.
Okay, if the room is small with this one feature and we're supposed to come hither, how far is hither from the doorway?
About
Yeah.
yonder. About a
Yeah. The room
Far east.
from the doorway to the crystal, you've probably got 4 feet.
Oh,
So
that's a small room.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a really small room.
I'm just gonna do it, guys. I go touch the crystal, or try to.
See, I was going to
Okay.
approach it with my hand out, but I wasn't going to touch it.
Pinky toe.
You know, I mean, yeah, we all have our roles to play in Bob's twisted tale. Mine is
You void our warranties all the time, Colonel.
hey, it's session 5, and I'm still alive and haven't taken any damage. So obviously,
I hate you.
Because of raccoons.
Yeah.
And I will offer you can stick around and watch the other 3 play.
solid.
Hey, at least he didn't say the other 3 die.
Yeah.
No, you touch-
That's implied.
You touch this crystal like a boss, and again you feel static go through all your body, and your vision, all you can see is white. And the next thing you know, you're standing in a room with a red light.
Roxanne.
So we see everything happen, right?
Yeah, you see everything. He reaches out and touches it, and he disappears.
Guys.
I was wondering.
Guys,
Thank
Do,
God.
do I
It's
hear
about time.
do I hear Connal?
No, you don't hear him.
is there anything else in the room with me other than the red light bulb?
You can see that there's a large double door, probably 50 feet from where you're standing. As you look down, you can see it's almost like you're standing on top of them. You're in a room with more of a glass floor,
And I
and
can see them below me.
you can see them right below you.
I start peeing. I'm gonna take my axe and tap the glass.
Okay.
Can I hear anything?
No, you can't hear anything.
So it's a circle room. It's got this light shaft that's kind of beam that's going up, and then sort of some pulses kind of go up. But is there any other door than what the entrance? Is there another
No.
door inside this? Okay.
No.
So I look at.
And if you remember, it's weird. Connal's thinking back that he looks like he's standing right on top of you, but there was no ceiling in the room that you came to. All you could
Gotcha.
see was, into infinity with this crystal.
And as far as I can see right now, that's the only hither that we could walk her. Correct.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I look at Michael and Mikhail and say, "See you, gents." And then I go ahead and just hop in the light shaft.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so you reach out and touch the crystal, and You find yourself standing next to Connal.
I punch him as soon as he appears.
There you go. Not
Does
pee on
He
him.
Wonder Woman's you.
Does this shaft look anything like the light that we had to put our hands into?
In Senyo?
Yes, where
No,
we
this
had
is
the
this is a
bracelets.
solid. This is a solid structure. This is like a crystal.
Okay. And when we see William walk up to it, I mean, does he disappear? Does he
Yeah, he disappears.
fade? Okay.
I turn to Michael and say, listen, we've been through this many times. So we're going to have to go through it. So I do need a minute to myself. Go ahead, and I will be right behind you.
All right. I'll, because I'm hesitant.
Okay.
And
Take your time. I am too.
And I want to look back at the doorway just to make sure that there's no other way. There's no way forward other than this. We've got just the doorway leading in here. So then I'm going to turn around, look at Mikhail, start to talk, and push us both into the light.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Something so good planned. And I'm assuming we end up in the same spot.
Ooh, that would be gross.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that. But what you do, you both touch it at the same time, and you almost enter each other's minds. So, Mikhail, you kind of take a little something from Michael. Michael, you take a little bit of something from Mikhail. You're not as scared anymore, Mikhail. Michael, you're just a little bit scared.
It's like you guys have the same name or something.
Dude, that ain't right.
No. And,
But again, when you reappear, you're standing by Connal and William.
and I turned to Connal and said, I just had the most spectacular 2 minutes of my life. I wanted to thank that God for those 2 minutes without you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for that, Michael.
Again, everybody notices these double doors. And standing by these double doors, if you remember last game, when you entered, there were tall figures in robes. And in their dark hoods, you could see one red, what you think is maybe an eye. Two of these figures are standing by these double doors, and they have like strange-looking pikes. They don't move to intercept or anything like that.
So these look like the Strix that were in the court chamber.
Well, you don't know if they're Strix or not.
Well, with the red glowing eyes, I'm going to assume. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm assuming.
Yeah, same here. Axe is out, ready.
But same kind of appearance with the,
Yeah. Kind of tall, gaunt-looking figures. Again, you can't see their face. All you see is this one red eye lit up underneath their hoods.
We have come hither. What awaits us is what I say.
Okay, and almost like if there's 1,000 people talking at one time, everybody roll a composure.
I have a kid.
well, that's a +6 to composure.
Yeah, take a drink of water.
Composure is 3.
I've got a success.
I got nothing.
Nope, canceled out on me. Well, a failure, almost.
I got 2 successes, 1 10.
Nice.
So I'm gonna roll one more. And it is a 9. Oh wait, I get to roll my 9s. So I had a 10 and a 9, so that's the 9. So I got another reroll.
Double reroll.
So I get one more reroll. So I got 3 successes, Bob.
3 successes. Okay. Mikhail.
Fail. That's new.
Well, you just don't succeed. You didn't
No,
fail.
don't know anything.
Mikhail and Michael, these voices, like I said, it sounds like there's 1,000 of them, and they're loud, and they bring you both to your knees. You put your hands over your ears because they're so loud, and they say, "Why have the horsemen come?"
Hmm.
And of course, Connal, this doesn't faze you at all. And
I'd look at them in the face and say, "To reap," because I think that sounds cool. I totally forgot about the 4 horsemen part. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
as you do say that, they say war is spoken, and
I was just about to type in the chat, and I figure I'm war.
they step down from where they were standing and open the door and usher you through. In this room, it looks almost like emerald. The floor and pillars and ceiling are emerald. Different colors pulse through this room, almost overwhelming. Every place you look is a precious, maybe a precious stone. You have rubies, diamonds on the walls, the pillars, the ceiling, the windows are made of precious stones. At the end of this room is a raised dais, and it has a large, the most magnificent throne that you've ever seen, but its back's to you.
It's all porcelain, full chain.
Yeah. With a bidet.
Can we tell if anyone is on the throne?
You can't, it's back's to you.
How big is the throne room?
She's pretty huge. Up above the ceiling goes into the clouds. And like I said, it's like a chapel type of a room,
All
like
right.
you would see. Pillars on each side of this walkway. And you notice on the walls in gold what looks like images of tridents, like a trident, and waves, and what you take to be humans, and there's larger figures, but you can't see their faces because these larger figures are lit up. And as you move by them, they almost move. It's like kind of like a living painting, I guess you could say.
And so I'm just want to make sure I understand. So there's a throne at the end of a walkway with pillars lining the walkway. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were in a huge room. Okay.
Yeah, it's a huge room, and there's pillars on each side of this.
Within
Is
the
it like the
Yeah,
is it like the
okay.
Parthenon?
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
And of course, on the other side of these pillars, you can see the windows.
Oh,
So there's
It's
no way
the-
to go around the throne. We have to go to the throne.
Yeah, you have to go to the throne.
Okay.
I'd like to investigate what's up there stealthily, if possible. Just like along the walls to see what I can see. Who's up there? What's up there?
Like the artwork type of deal.
Yeah. Or it's like I'm more interested in on the dais, what's going on up there in that seat.
Okay. Again, you just see the back of it, and
Okay.
you can tell it's the back of a throne.
Okay.
But if you
Alright.
do look over it, like the artwork, like I said, it moves. It almost,
Okay.
as you walk by it almost tells a story. And it's the same on each wall. You see fire and the earth being formed, and the moon.
Mhm.
And then the next, as you walk by, you see a huge figure coming out of the ocean. He's carrying a trident, and he points his trident down, and humans appear.
Okay.
And you go further down, and the humans are building temples to different gods. You see the pyramids being built. You see Rome being built. You see Rome being destroyed. You see the first atomic bomb test. Just different points in history, even ones that haven't happened yet. Some you can't even make out because you can't process what you're looking at. You see other worlds, other dimensions.
All right. I break down and cry. This is too much for me.
Classic Mikhail.
I touch one of the columns with my pinky toe.
As you do that, you hear, like when you hit crystal with a spoon, the tone. That's what it sounds. It's a beautiful tone. And even as you walk, you can hear kind of faintly tones while you walk, almost musical.
Yeah, stop crying and enjoy the music.
Way more peaceful here than I expected. This is not at all what I was expecting to walk into.
The throne is empty, right?
We don't know.
You haven't reached
We
the
need
throne
to
yet.
check that throne out.
Yeah, so I'll start moving forward.
No.
Combat action stance like usual. I'm gonna look at William, do the eyes, and follow motion
Just like
on me. Everyone kneel.
he's giving away his secrets. This is actually his real life.
Go down and go get me coffee and stir it real good with
That's this
cream,
one. That's coffee.
with creamer.
Coffee.
It doesn't look like it.
You gotta poop.
Oh,
Diarrhea. That's actually American Sign Language for diarrhea.
So let me ask y'all a question. You've got war, pestilence, death,
We need clarification.
famine. Okay.
We need clarification on who's who, because there was a debate in this chat. Yeah, read that.
Okay. Well, you know who you are.
I'm war or am I death?
You're war.
You should be dead.
I'm
He's war. I
war.
thought that was called war.
I think
What's that?
Because in the last video, the little kid pointed at me and said, "It's war."
Are you war?
Are you confused, Bob? Did you take your big
Or,
gun today?
you know what? I could be just as confused. And you know what? Let's just run with it. And whoever you want us to be, Bob,
War or death? Those are the cool ones. We're cool with it.
Okay.
you just tell me who I need to be.
As the four of you, side by side, except maybe Mikhail, make your way down this this pathway, you reach an archway where this dais is, and in flashes of light, two huge beings appear before you, both with huge swords, and they block the way and ask who comes.
the four horsemen. And then I'd say mine, pestilence.
Wow, very good. I was given XP, then you would get some.
Too
All right,
bad.
and you are pestilence because of your gauntlets. You know, you touch stuff, it disintegrates.
It makes sense that you're war.
Can I put my hand on them?
Only once.
Yeah, well, probably. If you really want to, I guess.
Hmm.
So
Well,
how do they
he's
react to the
thinking-
statement?
So I
What's that?
just basically just call out my role.
While he's thinking, I step up to his shoulder and say, "Death has come."
And one of these things, which you can only take to be an angel, kind of bends down because, like I said, these guys are big, it bends down and looks at you, and then it looks at Mikhail and points to him and says death.
I cry instantly.
See, now if I heard that,
I'm confused.
I'm very confused.
I'm gonna die.
No, you are dead. You control it.
Ooh, good. Connal, die.
Not yet, dude.
but now, all right, so Connal is death, but
No.
then they pointed to Mikhail and said, death? Am I catching that right?
Yeah, he said death, and they looked. They bent down, looked at him, and then looked over at Mikhail and pointed and said death.
Then I kind of make the motion of I put my axe up and I point at the axe. Then I point at Mikhail. And hands up.
I'm going to step up next to Connal and say war.
You're saying that to the beings?
Giants.
Okay. They're not like really huge. They're maybe 12 feet tall,
Okay.
but pretty big.
Bigger than I am.
As it looks over at you, you again hear another trumpet, louder this time. And you can almost feel it reverberate through your body.
Captain Planet, he's our hero.
So we hear the trumpet,
Yeah.
and then I guess I'm going to Ron Burgundy this and go, famine?
And it looks at Mikhail and points and says famine.
That's right.
And
So
you
am I
hear,
supposed to kill Mikhail then?
well, I wouldn't. He's your friend. You
Loose term.
you hear coming from the throne, kind of like a machine, gears start turning. You can hear the squeaks of belts, and this throne starts to turn. And as it slowly turns, you see that there's nobody on it, but standing by each arm in front are X and O, both in white robes.
You little shits. That's what I say as soon as we see him. Say, you little shits.
And you notice that, again, they have robes on and hoods, and you can tell it's them because you can see them, but they're kind of looking down. You can't see their eyes.
I'm going to do the same thing I did way back. I'm going to think toward them. Why are you
Okay.
here? Not saying it out loud, just directing my thoughts at them. Why are you here?
Okay, you hear from both of them in your mind. It almost sounds, it's monotone, almost mechanical. It says, prepare for his arrival. And as they think that to you, they look up and you notice that their eyes are gone, almost blasted out. You can see dark blast scars around their eyes, but inside are, again, what you would think of as precious stones. Both of them have rubies actually jammed into their sockets. And you can almost see, again, going back to the Matrix, when the code is going down, you can almost see that little lines of code inside these rubies.
Creepy.
Right, my first thought would be to, again, are you okay? What happened? I mean, I know that both of them are beings of incredible power. They've proven that. So to go from where they were outside dodging these angels to now being blinded and looking like servants inside this place. I mean, I just want to see if I can get any feedback from them before whatever is coming comes.
Do we all hear?
Are you
Mark's
thinking that, or are you asking?
You know what? I would have been shocked enough I'd probably said it out loud.
Okay. They look up, and again, this time they speak. They speak. Everybody can hear them, but their mouths aren't moving. They say, "Prepare for his arrival. Be not afraid." And as soon as you hear that, the top of this now chapel opens up, and you can see the green light now huge, shooting up into the clouds, and they're kind of rolling around and kind of like shooting up into a storm, but it's not very far. Looks like you can almost reach up and touch these clouds, but you know that it's really, really far. Everybody's perception in this room is kind of screwy. And out of this cloud floats down what looks like a sarcophagus, I guess you can say. It floats down really slow. You can tell that it's this sarcophagus shouldn't be anywhere in time. You can tell this is the technology that's in the sarcophagus is centuries ahead of present day. There's lights, circuits. As it hits the floor, the back opens up, and a green light is emitting from the back of this thing, and you hear some steps, heavy footsteps, and the sarcophagus just melts into the floor. And now sitting on the throne is, he's not very big, maybe 5'5", 5'6", except he looks perfect, almost like an engineer off the new Aliens movie. Has anybody seen that?
Yeah.
You know, almost blue, no blemishes, bald. His eyes have the same green glow that's shooting up out of this crystal. And he raises his arms and says, welcome, my horseman.
Judas, you look different.
I kneel.
You kneel? Okay,
I kneel,
you kneel.
and I say, I'm yours to command.
I don't.
I'm embracing the whole death thing. I'm digging it. That's what Connal was made for. Murking people.
Okay, as you kneel, he stands and puts his hand on your shoulder, and you feel a warmth radiate through your body. And he looks down and smiles at you and says, "There's no reason for you to kneel." He says, "I'm here because of you." And you also notice that the shoulder he touches is the same arm that you touch this goo with.
Yeah.
And now it feels almost something like alive under your skin, and it's almost up to your shoulder.
I just look at my arm, dumbfounded.
Okay, underneath your skin, again, since you're vampires and you're pale, you can see something making its way, from your thumb in the back of your hand up your arm. Again, almost like circuitry.
Can you remove this from me?
And he looks at you and says, "No, it's your time to ascend, to take your rightful place."
I just nod my head.
And he goes, "You must have many questions for me, for you've traveled in time to and fro." And as he says that, he kind of goes over and almost lovingly kind of strokes the side of X's head, hooded head, and takes a seat in his throne. And he says, "What are your questions?"
Hmm. Well, there are a lot. I'm just cowering.
What do you require of us?
He says the artifacts that you were sent to retrieve in your present in the mystical city of Sinyon. He says, you've brought those to me, and it's allowed me to bring my throne to this dying world. And as he says that, the room goes clear, and it's almost like you're on a flat rooftop, and you're looking out over Rome. But you can see farther than just Rome. You can see countries that haven't even been discovered yet. You see people, all of them turn and are, and almost as one face where you are from all four corners of the earth, and they drop down on their hands and knees. You do notice that there's not that many. There's millions, but not as many as you would think for this time.
What should we call you?
And he says, I have many names. You can call me the God.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Who was that?
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Hello.
Hey, Victoria.
So we want to wait till Mark comes back, so it doesn't mess this.
Yeah, we can. 'Cause I
exposition.
think any questions and stuff we ask may be pretty pertinent. So.
Yeah.
So, kind of going back and meta stuff, just making sure I kind of understand. So, we're basically when we had lost our artifacts, basically we had to give those up, and then the guy that was supposed to be that we thought was going to help us had come in and took that. Correct?
Yeah, if you remember, when you gave up the reins,
Mm.
you were in the throne room underneath Rome,
Yeah.
and the Strix were beating on the door, and the emperor, which was the true emperor, the vampire emperor of Rome, the true power, took the rings, and everybody gave it to him, and everybody stepped into the light. And as you were again traveling through time, the Strix busted in. He held up his hand, and they all stopped. And he turned around, and you saw his eyes were glowing like an owl. And then,
And was he commanding them, or
yeah, he was a Strix.
oh he was one of the strict?
Yeah, he was possessed by a Strix.
Oh, okay.
And he basically duped you to giving up these artifacts. And then cut to several years in the future from that time, and Rome has been decimated. Strix roam the street openly. You have this large structure shooting the green light up into the sky, and there's a statue of you four.
And then that guy, that emperor, that's not the god that we're seeing right now, correct?
No,
We don't know who that is.
no, you don't. Well, he said he was the God.
I don't remember being asked to bring the bracelets to you.
And he says the artifacts passed hands as it was meant to. They did find their way to me, and as he says that, he holds his hand up, and each one of the rings appear. You see the four rings, and they're just floating above his hand. And as he says that, the rings start to kind of deform a little, and almost like gears start fitting together, and it makes one. It just looks like a plain, again, copper cylinder. And he holds his hand up. This cylinder goes onto his wrist, and you see tiny wires pop out of this thing and start penetrating his skin. You can see him work under the skin. His arms kind of getting bumpy with what you guess is going on underneath his upgrade, I guess. And you finally see this, again, circuitry type of deal go up into the side of his face. You can see tiny glowing lines. And he says, now, you four, part of the prophecy. Because what this guy has done, the God has done, is made you patsies to why he's here. Everything that's happened in Rome was blamed on you. The people were forced to make those statues by the Strix. It's kind of like a propaganda type of deal. It's like, oh, these four guys are the saviors, and nobody thinks that because you were impersonated and you went around killing and stuff like that.
I ask him, so if you're the God, why is there so much destruction? Why is there not life? Does God not give life? What is your purpose here, and why?
He looks at you, and he's kind of unsteady now. He puts his hands on the side of his throne, almost as if he's in pain. And he says, I'm not here to destroy. I'm here to create. As he says that, the two angels that were behind you, you hear them step up. And as you look at them, their skin starts sloughing off their bones. Their huge metal wings come out of their backs, blades for feathers, almost a skull-like, Terminator-like head. You see, again, wires. These things are just being recreated. And I wouldn't call them robots, but they're definitely biomechanical type of deal. And with them, they hold the man and the woman and the small girl that helped you at the statues, and I think they hid you too, right?
Yes.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
The mother and father are basically thrown before the throne. Thrown before the throne. And the God holds his hand out, and as he does, his hand reforms almost into like a pincher, and two, I don't know, it looks like needles shoot out from his hand, still connected, kind of like a little tendril, and shoot into these this man and this woman's head. And right before your eyes, you see them being reformed too. Again, some of their skin falls off, and you can see almost like a liquid coating their bones. And he goes, this is ascendance. And they step up. They grab the little girl, and they're walking, carrying the little girl up towards the throne now.
And I go and I step in front of both of them.
Okay, as you do that, one of the angels Again, his skin is slipped off, so, and somehow he's got smaller. I don't know if it's because he would be too big the way he was, but again, they're probably 7 feet tall, still armed with swords. He steps up to intercept you as you step in front of the man and the woman. And the child starts screaming.
While all this is going on, I'm going to take a shot at the god.
Yeah. And I'll swing at the angel.
All right, let's do it.
Oh man, cracking the knuckles. Oh crap, man.
No,
It's gonna get real.
Do you want us to roll initiative?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's Dex
okay.
plus composure.
That would be awesome.
That would be a different roll for me.
What was it?
Dex plus composure.
Cool.
So I got a 6.
Dex plus.
So I got 1 failure.
And you're rolling for initiative?
Yeah. Or do you just
I
want
think
us to
it's
roll like a d20?
Isn't it the numerical
Dexterity plus
value?
composure.
So mine would be 6 if it's just the value.
Oh, okay. And mine would be 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna write this
And
down.
mine is 8.
Oh, we already got this. 10, 8, 4, and 8, right?
I have a 6.
You have a 6?
So mine, Dex is 3, composure is 2, so I should have a 5 unless there's some pluses I don't know about.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
wait a minute. I got a modifier, so mine's 6. Sorry about
6.
4.
6.
4, 6. And what's yours, William?
Mine is 8.
Okay, here's how this is going to go down. It's going to be, since tie goes to, again, the player, Chris, me, Sam, and Mark, you can duke it out, whoever wants to go next. And
Go for
then,
it, Sam.
And then Mikhail.
Mhm.
So, William, you got top billing here.
Top billing.
As far as I can tell, can I tell that the mother and father are basically, do I know if they're still the same? Like, basically, if I kill them, am I killing her parents or am I killing?
You're
like,
killing
just
whatever
these-
they ascend them into.
Okay, but
I
as far
can
as
tell you.
okay,
Let me describe it this way. As soon as the god rewrote them, I guess we can call it, you saw something almost ripped out of them. A small light was ripped out. What you can only guess was their soul.
where did those 2 lights go?
They went into the god.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, this guy's got to go.
so I go to basically crush both of their skulls
Okay.
with my gauntlets, like, or just whatever.
Both at the same time.
No, I was thinking more like a.
Oh, you just all go up and
yeah,
crush
just
their heads?
crush their skulls.
Okay, we'll call that arm close to, well, strength plus your brawl, right?
Strength plus ball. Okay.
Yeah.
6. Oh, cool. Let's see. I've got a. Does 9s explode?
Did you have
Or
a
is it
9
just a
again?
10? Oh, I have a 10 and a 9.
Yeah, but I mean, do you have 9 again? When you roll a 9, do you roll again?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, you would roll again if you rolled a 9.
Okay, so I've got 2 successes. Three successes. So I had a 10, a 9, and an 8.
Okay, and I've got one success. I'm going to roll for one, and then I'm going to roll for the other. So I think you got... I'm going to roll one. Okay. Yeah. You basically reach out, grab their faces, and with little or no effort, you squish them. No blood or anything comes out. It's more the black, oily substance. But again, their shriveled brains are destroyed. They drop to the ground. The two angels draw their sword and swing at your head. And right before impact, the god holds his hand up, and these two angels just freeze. Just like they just shut down. And as he lowers his hand, they straighten back up, and they walk out, and they disappear. The god stands up. Again, I guess you're shielding a little girl.
Yeah, I basically didn't. I crush, and then as soon as they basically, let's say maybe they turn to dust or whatever, and then I just kind of scoop her up, and I guess I'm kind of at that point. I mean, I can turn around or start to walk out, or I'm not sure.
Okay, as you pick the girl up, the god says, I can see guilt in your soul for something you did to a child. And he goes, that child is not yours. That child belongs to me. You all belong to me.
And I turn back, and
Not willingly.
So I basically, so when I grab the girl, I kind of scoop her up, and as he's saying that, I kind of slowly, I hold her, and then I turn, basically kind of small, like about face, and then turn towards him to face him, and tell him that what you perceive is incorrect. This is not guilt. This is what is right and what should be done. Life is not yours. Life is theirs. And I can take away life, and I have taken away life. I did it selfishly, but this time it is not for myself. It's for her. I fight for these people. It's not your life and your souls to consume.
And he stands up and starts slowly making his way towards you, and raises one of his hands, and a shimmering, almost like, it looks like water, appears, like portal. And through it, you see a gunfight in a cemetery. And you see yourself savagely attacking and killing a young lady. And he says, this is the guilt that you carry in your soul. And with a twist of his hand, time goes backwards. And now it's several minutes before this event happened. You see the girl, the young lady, drive up in a police car, get out and check her weapon, and make her way into the cemetery. And he goes, I can give you anything that you want. All you have to do is serve me. And he goes, this young lady, I know she was important to you, and you can save her from yourself.
What's done is done. That's part of life. We have the will and the free will to do what we want.
And he says, is that your final choice? Do you speak for your group?
I come up behind William, put my hand on his shoulder, and say, I am with you, friend.
And he doesn't need to speak for me. I'm with him.
I'm with him. He's our Hillary Clinton.
What?
It's because Mark said, I'm with him. You know,
And then I put,
Or
and then I
slogan
put
was,
on
"I'm with
my
her."
Caesar sunglasses.
So Connal, you get whiplash for flip-flopping so fast and so hard.
Well, it's because I was an orphan. You know, my backstory. And now I found a family, and the kid thing, you know, triggered me.
And the god kind of looks at you, and again, he's becoming more and more deformed under his skin. His complexion isn't as perfect as it was. You can see this, what you guess is circuitry making its way further and further into his body. And again, a large portal opens up, and each one of you see yourselves, before you even met, being attacked and murdered by a vampire. And he says, if you do not want to save your daughter, William, he said, what about saving your life and the lives that you've taken? He goes, I can give you that, all of you.
And I lean closer to William and I go, that's kind of a good deal.
Yeah.
And I'm flip-flopping back again, and I cut off William's head.
And he says, all you have to do is serve me, and I can make this happen.
I
Go
don't.
back to your families.
I've already lost my soul once. I'm not giving it up to anybody.
And he
I make
looks
eye
at you,
contact.
Mikhail, and says, do you really believe that you don't have a soul right now?
It's a tough call. But
He says, just because you're undead doesn't mean that your soul was taken from you. That's the big lie. He goes, it's diminished, but you still have it, and I can give you the rest. And as he says that, 4 little lights fly up from the floor and kind of like hover behind him.
As he does that, I make eye contact with Michael, and I make the go time face. And I want to charge him and try and bring my axe down through the bracelet on his wrist.
Is this the to-go face?
Dang it, he knows our signal.
yeah.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so I'm going to roll my 9.
Wow, you slowed him down.
6, 7, 8.
Bob, I think you've frozen.
I'm good.
Nope.
I'm just sitting here still.
So I got a 10 and a 9 and
All right.
1,
Either
1.
that or, guys, I may have frozen.
There you go.
So a 10 and a 9 and 1, 1. There, that was 2.
So 1 success.
Hold on, I get to roll 9s too. Another 9. So that's 2 successes, a 10, 3 successes, and a 7. So I got 3 successes, Bob.
Well, I don't. I sucked. I got a 10, but I also got 2 1s.
So recap, I looked at Michael, gave him the go time face,
This.
charged at the god, and took a mighty swing with my battle axe, connected for 3 successes, and he failed, and you failed twice with 1 success. So 1 failure for Bob, right?
No, 2 failures. Well, yeah, 1 failure. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, as you hit the arm of the god, sparks fly up, and the band flies off his wrist. Again, separating into 4 different bands, each one of them clattering to the floor.
Do I need to roll damage?
No, all your damage was absorbed by the
Okay.
artifact. Not to say it didn't hurt him or anything. He
Muscle
grabs his
wizard,
wrist,
cast fist.
but they go off.
Okay.
They scatter on the floor, rolling around.
So an after me in initiative was Michael.
Well, before I do anything else, I'm going to shout, grab the artifacts, and then I'm going to roll damage. Dang. Offset. One success. I got one success out of all of that.
Oof.
Oh, but I can re-roll the 10, can't I?
You
Yep.
can reroll the 10.
So I have one success out of.
Well, doesn't the offset start at the top?
Does it?
Like the one offsets the 10, one offsets the 9, then you have one
So I
success.
have one 9,
right?
and I don't re-roll on 9s,
I think that's how we've been doing it for a while.
Okay.
and I'm good with that. So I have one success.
And I've got 1, 2. I'm going to roll 2 more.
Dang it!
Well, you've only got one success?
Only one.
Okay. I'm not even going to do it. Describe
This
what
is
you were doing
embarrassment
again.
of riches. I was just after he took his swing, because he was going down. So after he was moved down, I was taking a shot at the supposed god.
Okay.
with his damage.
As you shoot, it looks like your arrows are going to, again, strike this the god in the chest. And from one side of him, quicker than your eyes can catch, one of the angels reappears, kind of puts his large metallic wing in front of the god, and the arrows are absorbed. And again, quicker than the eye can see, this angel kind of phases out and disappears.
Let's see. Is that a full round action for me, or do I have any other options?
I think that's it.
All right.
So then it would be
So
Mikhail,
we've had William,
Williams, you,
you,
Connal,
then me,
Michael.
then Michael, not Mikhail,
Yeah.
the bottom
And
round.
I'm going to try and use celerity, which costs 1 vitae, so I can
No,
speed up.
No, you use it next time.
I'm going to use celerity next time, which costs 1 vitae.
Because
But I'm going to.
you can preempt, you can do it like before the god goes next turn, right? Chris?
Yes.
So you
Okay.
can use it to jump your initiative. So you're already at your turn at the bottom. It doesn't
So
make
there's
sense
no
to use it.
Then I want to shoot him with the mace.
Meta. Grab
With-
a goddamn ring.
I did. I said that before. I'm grabbing the ring. God damn it.
Sorry.
All right. I'm grabbing. No,
it was like, it was like half rum. I pulled rum to like here.
I grab the ring. I attempt to shoot him with the mace, the acid from the mace. And
so that's going to be ranged
ranged. Okay.
since you're shooting.
Yeah.
Which would be Dex and
Let's see. Dex and
range
firearms.
Space.
Firearms.
Dex.
Text and firearms.
Well, whatever skill you might have, if you
Or
Yeah. Great. Either way, it's going to be a 2. Fantastic. All right, God. Here we go.
That was a good one, right?
No.
no, it's a 9 and a 1.
Such high hope shattered by the low one.
Wait.
Wait.
Say what you rolled again, real quick.
9 and a 1. No, I don't re-roll the 9, obviously.
No,
Cancel.
I think that's only me.
Yeah, you lucky guy.
It's
So-
the X.
I got a 10.
I'm dead. Okay.
10.
Now he holds up his hand, which now is more. You can see metal kind of popping through where his knuckles and stuff are. And he just basically catches the crystal in his hand. It turns to dust, and he does that.
Sprinkles it on some potatoes, some nachos.
And as you do that, you hear another trumpet as loud as the one before. Yeah, a little magic.
Yeah, a little.
Salt.
A little Salt Bay.
Vampe. All right, so now we're back to the top of the round with William.
All right, so I will go after the bracers.
Okay, you're going to go
Are you
after one of
standing
them.
up, Chris?
What?
Are you standing up?
I've got the girl.
No, like in real life. Are you standing up?
Oh yeah, I've
Right
been
now.
standing up the whole time.
That's what I always figured. I just wanted to ask the question.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a stand-up desk.
Oh, one of those yuppies.
Yeah, crazy people.
I'd
So,
stand
yeah,
up too, but you just see my crotch, so I don't think anybody wants to see that.
So I guess let's see, where's Mikhail? So I don't
Cowering.
know. So I guess the closest person to me would be Michael. Is that correct? From what I'm thinking,
I think so.
because I'll be back away from everything at this
I'm
point.
going to pull on
That's
Alex and actually draw real quick on paint. I'll share it with you. You keep doing what you're doing.
All right, so I hand her off real quick to probably Michael Jones, and I'd take off. And if I have to use celerity, I can too. But I go for the bracers.
Okay, so you're going for one, or are you gonna try to-
Can I go for all of them?
I would say you're probably going to take a penalty if you're going to go for all of them.
So you're saying there's a chance. How many
How
could I
could it
grab without a penalty? Let's min-max this.
What are you going to be rolling?
I don't know. Let's see.
Definitely a dexterity.
Could you do athletics and dexterity for things like catching and
I do have athletics as well.
I think you ought to grapple those artifacts because that would use your brawl. And
Actually, if I could grab, how many can I grab without getting a penalty?
Definitely, you could grab one without a penalty.
Okay, so more than one is
maybe
penalty.
two. Yeah, I'd say more than two would be a penalty.
Okay, I want to grab two. And I'm going to use athletics and then I guess probably dexterity. Because I don't have the list. I don't have the list of.
That's
All right, so this is what I'm seeing right now,
Let's do
or
it.
what I think I see.
Oh God.
Everyone see it?
Yeah.
I know it's terrible. So
We got
red stick figure is
like
the
Alex
god.
is here.
Blue stick figure is me.
Hmm.
Light blue is Mikhail with a ring. Purple is Mike. There's the other three rings in front of him. Gray is William with the girl in his arms. That's kind of, and the red dots are columns. That's what I see.
So Mikhail did get a ring.
Yeah, Mikhail did pick up a ring.
Okay. So basically what I want to do is I want to be able to
Was that good, Bob?
I want to be able to grab a ring. Can I grab a ring and attack at the same time?
I'd say again, if you were going to do that and an attack, it'd be at a penalty.
Okay, I'll just grab. Can I grab 2 and throw one?
Who are you throwing it to?
I'll throw it to the closest person.
Read Michael.
Or maybe the closest person would probably be Connal.
No, I'm the farthest away from you.
Yeah, it would be Michael.
Well, I'll be going up to the rings, though.
Oh,
It would still be Michael because he'd be
Throw it
right
behind
there, like behind you. You know.
Okay, so I'll just throw it to somebody. Let's see if I do it.
throw it up in the air.
Let's-
Pretend you're a center. Hey!
Let's see if I do it. Okay, I've got son of a joke. Okay, I didn't. I've got a 1 and a 9 cancel, and I don't succeed. So
Okay. The girl is kind of wriggling around in your arms and kind of throws your balance off a little bit. And your fingers just sweep past one of the rings.
Prime and celerity.
So as the god kind of takes a step back,
Yep.
backing up towards his throne, and as he does that, metal spikes, what you think is metal, almost like a Damascus steel type of material, come shooting out of his shoulders and his chest, and now he's got 6-inch spikes on his shoulders and his chest.
Dang, he is an
It's not-
abomination from Zombicide.
It's not a armor, it's actually coming out of his body.
It's like an exoskeleton, kind of.
Like Hellraiser? Like just
Yeah, maybe like Hellraiser. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good reference.
and I'm going to trigger celerity. So does that bump me up in front of the god?
Well,
so
That's
Or is that-
God's action, so you're in front of me.
Ah, okay.
so now basically you add your celerity to your initiative,
Okay. So
and let's see, your dots and discipline are subtracted from any and all attackers' characters' dice pool. I don't know. Here, I'll.
discipline. Well, let's
Just screen share it.
So I have 2 in that discipline, so it would be -2. All right.
What was your initiative? 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you would jump up right with me and Mark.
Oh, no, that's in this.
So it doesn't necessarily put you in front of the line, but it does put you up at least with Mark and I.
Okay. All right.
So the god technically would get to finish his action.
Okay.
If there was anything but that cup
Yeah,
should be filled with beer, Mike. Just saying.
As you stand and watch these spikes kind of starting to jet from his shoulders and his chest, he rushes. Who would be?
I would be the closest
You would be the closest. He's going to take a swing.
because I just attacked him.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to take a swing.
So I roll my defense, right?
Yeah.
So that is a big old 2.
Really?
Yeah. Is this where I die, Bob?
No, it's a 1.
Let's hope not.
I got a
That's-
5 and a 6. So yeah, probably.
5 and a 6.
I was clicking like 15 dice.
You
Oh,
bet
no
on-
successes.
You bet on a raccoon earlier.
Nope.
You got 8 or successes, right? 8,
No,
9,
he's
10.
got his are only 9 and 10s.
Solid.
Ooh.
Solid. The spirit of Harlan Guthrie is with me tonight.
So apparently
So
this
he-
isn't much of a god.
He swings at you, and again, the way the spikes are, he's not used to them, and he kind of swings wide.
All right. So then now Mikhail.
Okay. And as he's swinging wide, I want to sidestep and try and just nail him in the back of the head with it.
Okay, now let me ask you, are you
Yep.
doing ranged?
No.
Because you're going to get a bonus if you call the shot.
Then I'm going to do range and call the shot right in his head.
Let me see.
Bob is such a nice DM.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for correcting my ignorance.
I'm trying to find it here. Unless somebody can find it first. I just got my screen out.
What are you looking for?
I think you took a negative for calling a shot.
When you're this bad,
I think
you
it's
gotta
only a
get-
called shot to the crotch.
Yeah, right.
I'm definitely going to hell. God.
Aiming, +1 per turn.
Oh, he's got to aim. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another. You can roll another die with it.
Yeah. So you're going to roll another die.
Okay.
And Mark, or Mikhail,
Yeah.
not Mikhail, Michael, if you call your shot with both ears, you're going to get a +2.
Sweet. Well, I'll
So
be doing
focus.
that.
All right. So what am I rolling here? I got
3, I think. Because your normal is 2, so you get to add
Yeah.
1, so 3.
I'll take it. And
Oh,
2 successes.
Yeah, baby.
I got 3 ones.
Ooh,
Oh,
That is a spectacular failure.
you're the anti-Justin.
Yeah.
He's the Harlan.
I'm still amazed by that he threw those 320s.
That was an incredible moment. Oh my
That
God.
was that
I
was
don't know
my,
why I'm
that was my
excited. I'm
vampire
throwing up
game,
my arms because I rolled 3 ones. I don't know why I'm doing that.
because you want us to win, Bob. You're a good natured man.
So you got 2 successes?
Yes.
All right. Were any of them 10s?
2 8s.
2
Good.
8s.
So that's fine. As the crystals shoot from your mace, they connect with the god's face and neck area. I mean, you catch him full on the side of the head.
Face, neck, and chest.
And this drops him to his knees as his head and shoulders starts bubbling, and you can see nasty wounds opening up. And underneath, even the things trying to put him back together are being destroyed. And his head kind of lolls to one side, just barely held on by some, it looks like some sort of metallic cables. And he's attempting to get back up.
And guess who's next?
Death.
Connal. And I say,
Yes.
as I swing my mighty broads, my mighty battle axe, I say, the line from A Knight's Tale. You've been weighed.
You've been found wanting.
You've been found wanting. And then I roll my 9d10. That's
Oh,
whoa. 1 failure.
but
Cancels out the 10.
2, 4,
I got
5
2
successes.
9s. Well, I only got 4 because the 1 cancels the 10. But I get to re-roll my 2 9s. So I got 4 successes right now, Bob.
Well, no, wait, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've got 2.
And then, so I got 4 successes because the 1 canceled out the 10 mark. Then I have 2 9s,
And
2
you counted
8s.
both 8s at the bottom?
Yeah. 2 9s, 2 8s.
Okay.
I re-rolled both 9s, got a 7 and a 2, so I got 4 successes, Bob.
Okay, you beat me. So you're right. He's not much of a god. Where are you gonna put your shot?
Right at the cables, right at the base of the spine.
Okay, as you do that,
Cleave them through.
he kind of looks at you, and you think for a second you see what you think is fear across his face.
And I do the signs of the lambs. You just taste so good. Anthony Hopkins, that's the actor. Sorry, rub this gun straight into my brain.
Okay, as you do this, your axe kind of veers off, and instead of cutting the cables, it cuts down.
Okay.
Now, his head is some of the cables got cut, but now you've cut down almost through his chest. So his head and his arm are, if you can imagine it, are just laying to the side.
Okay.
If he were to stand up, his head and his arm would be separated from his body, but just hanging there.
I look at Michael and I give him the finish it look, which is
That's well practiced, by the way. All right. Well, since I can get bonuses to called shots, I'm going to aim for his head and hope, really hope. Oh, let's see. So there's one failure, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
wow.
7. So that's 6 successes.
Wow.
And then
So your 10's wiped out, so you don't re-roll the 10.
yeah, don't re-roll anything.
Wow.
But then, and that's +3 to every one of those?
No, it's still only, well, Bob's got a roll contested on that, right?
He just
Yeah,
negated all of his.
I totally failed. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's,
As you unload into, did you call your shot, did you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that's why he rolled so many dice.
Yeah. And where were you?
I'm going for his head, and I just kept pulling
Going for his
triggers.
Okay. As you unload into his
Here,
head,
Vipers.
explosion after explosion drives him back to his throne, kind of like a
Scarface.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say Resident Evil, where
Oh yeah.
they were shooting Wesker on the ship. You totally obliterate the god. All that's left now is gore and from the waist down. There's nothing left of his upper torso.
Yeah, man. Tell me he's not regenerating.
Yeah, that's my fear.
Or actually, I'm just going to look over at William and say, hit him. Hit what's left of him. Don't leave anything.
That's not a no-go, because if I hit him, I'll absorb him.
You could become powerful and set things right.
No, what I'll do is I'll bend. So is it my turn at this point?
Yeah,
No,
it's-
it's
Or
it's back to you.
yeah.
Mikhail.
Back to-
Wait, did Mikhail do? Yeah, Mikhail did his thing.
Yeah, I did my.
So yeah, it's back to you.
That's where I rolled those 3 ones.
Yeah.
So
That's why Mikhail is dead.
Wow.
I bend down, and I guess So is it still? If since the rings are pretty close to me now, can I just bend down and pick them all up?
You try to bend down and pick them up. Do you have your 1 ring, right?
No, like I failed on the.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I basically want to pick them up and combine them.
Okay, as you pick them up, they don't take the form that they did and fit together. They look exactly like they did when you took them from Sinyon.
Can I put them on all my on my fingers?
Does everyone hear that?
No.
I said, William, stop trying to be a god. Hand them all over. Spread the love.
So I guess I'll check them to the rest of the guys.
Okay, yeah. Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. As you're all in a group, kind of happy about your success and killing a thing called the god, you look over again in front of the throne, and what's left of him is kind of melting, being absorbed by the floor. All that's left is a few pieces of fabric and a couple little metal pieces, and just basically an oily stain. And X and O, which has been sitting there or standing there during all this,
Yeah, dude, what the heck?
They drop down to the floor and
Oop,
like
I
gasp
just lost sound.
for breath.
Bow down.
We good?
What?
Connal lost sound.
Oh,
Connal.
Sam,
I see him moving.
bro,
He hasn't
I
frozen.
can hear him.
I can see him.
Oh,
I can hear you.
And he's gone.
No.
So hockey.
So
Yeah.
hockey, yes. Oh, Lord.
gosh.
Well, see, now we've outdid the guys on Wednesday. It's gonna be a three-parter.
It's a cursed stream.
I think this game is cursed. We're so close. It's so far.
All right, we're good.
Oh,
Nice.
Here again.
Welcome back,
There he is.
Margaret.
It cut out all of a sudden.
every time I see that name up there, all I can think of is, it's me again, Margaret.
She goes by Meg, which I told her was weird because people think her name's Megan.
Yeah.
All right, so X and O, they fall to the floor and start breathing hard. And you hear like a popping, kind of like a light bulb that's blown. And out from their hoods drop these gemstones that were embedded in their eye sockets. They grow a whole bunch of little metal legs. Because if we remember, there was code flowing in these gems. They're little spider legs, and they skitter over to where the god is fallen. And just like in the room that you came in, start picking at the remains. And
Step on him.
Yeah, I dropped my battle axe down into my driver stance and just start teeing off. Do you want to roll for that, Bubby?
yeah, you're gonna have to roll for that one.
All right, so 9 more d10s.
Only 9.
That's 2 10s, a 9, and a 1. So I got a 9 and a 10, which I re-roll. So I got 2 successes right now. That's it, 2 successes.
Okay, you smack one of these little spider gems, and it goes tink, 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 bouncing around off the floor. It rights itself and comes skittering back and jumps at Mikhail's face.
Classic.
I scream in horror.
Can I try to grab it?
It's already inside
Yeah.
of him. It's at his tonsils.
Yeah,
It jumped at him though, but I'm gonna try to grab it in the air.
It's like an alien face hugger.
yeah, kind of.
Which I enjoyed, Alien Covenant. You haven't seen it yet?
Mm-mm.
Does 7s count?
No.
No,
8, 9, 10.
so nothing.
Nope.
Wait a minute, you got an 8 up there, don't you?
There's a
Yeah,
1.
he's got a failure, though.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, didn't see the 1.
Can I try and hit it with the mace? Like,
I will give you a shot.
Hit yourself in the face.
Try to swing.
yeah.
We'll say that William was standing kind of beside and in front of you and tried to reach out. He missed, so
Okay. Let's see. What's this? What am I doing? Close combat? Is that what it's considered with myself?
what's your dexterity?
Dexterity is 2.
What's your athletics?
I have a feeling it's 0. Yep, it is.
Roll 2. I just need at
Okay.
least a 50%.
All right. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Nope. Nope.
Huh.
See, I would try to shoot it, but I'm afraid that wouldn't do you any good.
I've died once.
Okay, it hits you, and the facets on it, it hits you above your eye, and the little eggs kind of latch on, and you can feel it crawling down because you got one of the artifacts, right?
Yes.
You have one?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to take 1 piercing damage.
Okay.
And this thing skitters down your arm and wraps its legs around the artifact.
Okay.
And these wounds that it causes down the side of your face and your arm, they're not healing as they would. I mean, they're not going to kill you, but you have open wounds.
Okay.
What are the other 3 doing?
Celebrating.
Yeah, they're trying to right theirself too. They're kind of Mexican jumping bean type of movements. You can see legs start to sprouting out of the sides.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and at least try to shoot one. Why not, right? And I'm aiming at the whole one that I'm aiming at.
Okay.
Offset. Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding?
Wait a minute, no, but do I have
It's almost
actually a
like
success?
binary.
No.
No, you don't.
You fail.
You've got nothing as a push. It's not even a fail. It's just a it's a fail in the sense it didn't make it, but it's not a spectacular fail.
No,
There it is.
he's got. Let's see. Cancel.
Yeah, this.
Oh yeah, it
They all
is.
cancel out. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a push.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a push. Yeah.
I shot all around it.
Okay, again, this thing that jumps up and hits you in the shoulder. And wherever you have exposed flesh, it also goes down towards your artifact. And again, you've got all these little pinholes, at least on your arm. And again, it does just like it did with Mikhail's. Wraps its little metal spider legs around the artifact and embeds itself.
Well, I'm going to try and split one with the sharp side of my axe this time instead of the flat.
Is it your turn or Williams?
It might be Williams. I was just saying.
I thought the order went Connal and then. Oh no.
Well, because Mikhail went and then Michael went.
Okay, go ahead.
Does that go ahead for William or me?
Is that who's going?
I'm going to go ahead, Connal.
All right, so 9d10 coming your way. And nothing. At 8 and a 1.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
It hits you in your chest, crawls down your arm, and again, just like it has with Michael and Mikhail, embeds itself in your artifact.
What are
That
X and O
leaves-
doing?
They're still on the floor. They're like on their hands and knees.
I mean, their eyes just popped up.
So now it would be William's turn to fail.
Yep. You can do it.
So is there 4 of them or something?
There's only one left.
There's only one left. Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to jump back in. Dice jacked up.
That's just gonna make you roll better. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so I have.
Whoa.
Okay, so I have 3 right now, and I get to re-roll another.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
So you reach out and catch this thing?
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to crush it.
Okay. As you reach out, almost in slow motion, you grab this gem and you squeeze as hard as you can with one of your magical gauntlets. There's again a small pop, and it's like a liquid, kind of a gunmetal type of liquid. Comes from your palm and goes over your gauntlet. And now the circuitry that was in your gauntlet, what color did I say it was?
Was it
Red.
purple?
Purple,
Yeah.
has now turned kind of like a black light. It's kind of a,
Neon.
yeah, kind of.
So do I feel anything?
Your gauntlet, you feel it tighten on your hand. And as you look down to the seam where it meets your arm, you can see that it's melded into your skin. And you hear, as this is going on, you hear a little giggle coming from behind you.
Then I spin around, I guess, to see who it is.
All right, you spin around and you see what can only be described as a big lump of flesh is kind of absorbing the girl that you had saved from the god.
Dang it.
And you
Did
hear,
I still have her in my hands, though?
no, you went for your ring.
Well,
You handed it on
but
off.
I'd failed before because I had, and then you mentioned that I had her in my hand, arms.
Because I thought you put her down.
I thought you handed her off to Michael.
Yeah, I handed him off to
Yeah,
Michael.
pushing off from me. But then I was taking on
Yeah.
shooting one of those things.
Yeah.
I would admit that I would be distracted. I would try to put her behind me.
Okay.
Let's pretend that happened. And then again, the 1,000 voices you hear, and it was given to him to give breath to the image of the beast, so that the image of the beast would even speak and cause as many as do not worship the image of the beast to be killed. And as soon as that, the voices stop, the girl's head is enveloped in this big chunk of flesh.
Okay. Fire. If no one has any objections, I wouldn't hesitate to shoot into this thing.
Well, I can't really speak. I have something attached to my face.
No, it crawled down onto your
No,
bracelet.
it crawled,
Gauntlet.
yeah, it crawled down
Okay,
to
then
your artifact.
I concur. Very calmly.
And I'm going to aim at a specific part of this blob, the blobbiest part of the blob.
I'd be
Bobby's-
charging at it as well.
All right, I guess you're
It's a little better.
double fisting. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So are you shooting or are you gonna bash?
Oh, me? Range, baby.
Okay. And Michael, you're gonna go ranged also?
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I got, was it 4 successes, and I can reroll a 10. That is, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the 1 cancels out your 10. Mark.
Ah, dang it, that's right.
So you just got 4 successes.
But I'll take 4 successes. over
Just
nothing.
4. Huh?
Okay, you did 4 successes.
I got 1.
Well, you got a 10, right?
Yeah.
Did you re-roll that?
Hold up.
Ooh,
9.
All right. Do you re-roll any 9s?
I don't think I do.
I'm the only
No.
one.
No?
No.
Okay. So let's see. How many did you get, Michael?
4.
4. So 6.
Two for
Okay.
Mikhail.
Uh,
And then I'm charging up to swing at it.
okay. Before you do that, before you reach it, the arrows slam into it, and Mikhail's little acid crystal things slam into it. It catches fire. You can smell the flesh burning, kind of a sweet, sickly smell, and the acid kind of, again, more of a, well, how acid would smell if it was burning flesh.
Acidy.
Yeah, acid.
Love the smell of napalm in the morning.
And you can see the girl's arm has been freed, and she's reaching out.
So I want to use my axe not as a brutal attack, but as a peeling attack, and trying to. So I don't know if I need to take a penalty. I'm not going to willy-nilly.
Are you just going to try to cut a big hunk of it away, or?
Yeah, but from where I know, it would just be blob and not a girl.
Yeah, there would be no. You just roll.
Boop. And can any of
So I
us
have
just
110
grab her arm?
with a fail. Then I have 110 and 18. So I'm going to re-roll my 10. So I got 2 successes right now. And 3 for 9. Re-roll that. So I got 3 successes.
Okay, almost like a skilled butcher. You hit this blob, and it just peels a big hunk of it away. Just a few inches from the girl inside. And the part that falls away kind of turns to ash, and the ash floats up into the sky.
I'd grab the girl's arm and pull.
Okay, as you try to grab, you can reach out and grab her. You reach out and you grab her hand, and she latches onto your arm with a iron vice-like grip, and is trying to pull you into what's left of the fleshy mass. And you can kind of see the look on her face has changed. She has a huge smile, bigger than any human should have, and the side of her face is splitting open where her mouth is, and it's just her mouth is getting enormous.
Point blank shots. Ranged attack right on top of it. Aiming at her mouth.
Aiming at her mouth.
So you're shooting the girl now?
If she's pulling me into this thing. Let's see. Where's the 3 successes? No rerolls.
No, I failed. So you shoot her in the head, and I guess as she's pulling you in, you're kind of like tick, 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 and you shoot her starting here, and it goes down and it hits her exposed arm, and her arm is separated from her body. And inside you can see, again, circuitry, cables and stuff like that. You look back at her, and you can see the skin folder kind of enveloping the stump, and you can see spikes start coming out of that stump.
So she's not dead.
No.
I look at William, give him a chance, and if he's not going to do anything, she's getting an axe to the face.
All right.
So she's 100% like not human, basically.
She's turned.
She's turned.
She is the beast.
Okay. I mentioned real quick to the guys, guys, make sure y'all get the black things off of your bracers. So next time you get a chance, just hit those before they do any more damage to the artifacts. And then I go basically just wail on her face.
Okay.
You're punching her straight in the jaw.
Mikhail, give me a. You see something out of the side of your eye. And I'm going to need you to roll your.
What am I rolling?
Roll your wits.
Got
What are
it.
your wits?
4.
4? Okay.
6, 8, 2, 9. 2
Outstanding.
successes.
You see, kind of off to the side of you, you see the portal opening back up. But this time, it's unstable. And you notice that you're the ruby in your artifact, and as you look, the artifact in Connal and Michael's artifact, they start to pulse. And as you look into this portal, you see different points in time, but they last for half a second, and then they switch to another one, and another one, and another one.
Guys, are you seeing this?
I'd like to try something. His mace, Mikhail's mace, that has the spikes on it. Can I just hold that my bracelet up to it and have one of those spikes touch the little tick gem that's on it?
You can, but there's going to be a chance that you might lose your hand if any acid gets on it, because right now you're not healing.
So I'm going to do it very carefully. Because I'm not going to say, hey, hit my thing. I just want to take it and hold it up next to one of the spikes to see if I can, touch it on there and see what happens.
Yeah. Do I would say your dexterity and composure, since you are in a fight.
4, 6. Okay.
And you've got to kind of focus on what you're doing.
Oh, shit.
You got it.
I got one success.
Yeah, one success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was close.
One of the spikes leaks out some acid onto the gem, and it actually does start to dissolve a small part of it. And you and Mikhail both notice that the portal has become even more unstable.
Crud.
I want to smack mine against William's gauntlet.
Is there any way that I could try to figure out, because basically my gauntlets absorb this stuff, right? But
Yeah.
I haven't been able to figure out what's going on. Like, is there any way that I could obtain that? Like, if there's any
Since this is a mechanical deal, whatever skills you had with your machines, roll that. I guess you had that discernment at the beginning.
oh, the web stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How about intelligence and investigation for solving enigmas?
Yeah, I've got investigation and solving enigma, but see, wits plus intelligence plus web. then one more. Yeah, that should be a.
Two successes and one reroll.
Do I need to re-roll some more? Or?
Yeah, you're going to re-roll that 10. You got those two 10s, so. So 2 successes. You realize that the gems that have embedded themselves on the other 3's artifacts have opened up a portal, and the reason that it's unstable is because you didn't allow yours to interact with your artifact.
Good going.
You realize that if all 4 of you had the gems on your artifacts, you could go to any point in time. And that's why this portal now is unstable and time is flashing real fast.
Oh, so it was our ticket home and we ruined it.
Thanks.
Well, he didn't ruin it. It's just.
We're just let's.
Do you remember
I said we, not he.
the episode of the original Star Trek where they went through that portal? And it wasn't the good one where they went back into Earth's time, but this portal would flash different times.
Yeah.
And they just had to take it on faith and jump through the portal to get back to wherever they came from.
Wasn't there a giant reset button at some point, though?
Yeah. Can I discern where that reset button is?
All right, so then I guess I'm up, so I run and I dive through the portal.
Pinky toe, dive in.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the Connal way. I would not be playing my character true if I tried to slow play it.
He's going to end just like he started.
As a fucking badass. I look at the guys and say, "Follow me if you want to live forever," and I dive through the portal.
On to Conan references now.
Yeah.
Okay, as you make your way towards the portal,
Goes,
X and O have made their way to their feet.
Okay, I was
And
wanting.
they say that you have to destroy the beast. And the only way you can do that is to combine your weapons.
oh, we're gonna Voltron this shit.
No, because you freaking jumped through the thing.
He throws it back through the portal.
You're not here.
No, you said as I made my way, so I stopped,
Oh.
and then I go over.
I guess you can Power Ranger it any way you want to.
Nice.
I raise my axe and say, "The power of death."
Okay, as you is everybody doing this?
Yes, Earth.
Sure.
I mean,
Wind, fire.
Okay.
Fire, I'm
As you-
there. Tips fire, tips fire.
As Connal raises his axe,
Slushy.
Mikhail's mace flies from his hand and kind of embeds itself in the top of the axe. And on each side of the blade, on the flat side, Michael's crossbows kind of meld themselves in. And the only way that this can be held is through William's gauntlets, which fly from your hands and kind of a meld with the handle of the axe. And as that happens, as it hangs there in the air, X and O, with hands joined, make their way towards the weapon. And they're standing between you and the beast. So it's the beast, X and O, you, the portal is right behind you.
Right.
They look behind them. For some reason they know exactly where you are, even though they have burnout eye sockets.
I was wondering if they get regenerated.
They say go, and as they turn back around to face the beast, the girl, well, it once was the girl, burst from what was left of the fleshy mass, and you now see that she has 4 faces and is growing quickly. She's about 10 feet tall right now. And her wings pop out, and on her wings are eyes. really nasty looking eyes. And as she takes a step forward, X and O level the weapon, and it shoots from their hand and embeds itself into her chest. As it does that, she's blown backwards, and you finally see her true form. That was just her ascended form. Her true form floats up from the ground, and it's a huge diamond-shaped metal structure. And below it, tentacles come down. You also see that everything is faded away, and it looks like you're just suspended in air. Rome is burning. And in the distance, you hear somebody playing a violin as Rome burns.
Classic.
The green light that was shooting up in the air sucks the beast into it, and it disappears. As you look up, you can see another portal. It looks like to space. It's open. The God machine floats up against its will, trying to grab onto anything it can with its metallic tentacles. And before it disappears, you can hear it say into your mind, I am eternal. This means nothing. And with the thunderclap, the sky closes up and the sun starts to rise.
And then I murmur, good luck with that.
Now, okay, what? All right, so we have the artifacts on us, so we're okay in the sunshine. Are those little gems still on the artifacts?
Yeah. And again, you can see the portal's still there.
I run through the portal.
No, I yell, wait, don't we want to go through it together so we can all make it through in the same blip?
I do the Wile E. Coyote speed stop and go, that makes sense. Come on.
And then we hold hands and then jump through together.
The true power was friendship.
Yeah. Care Bears there, guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I pick up Mikhail like a little baby, and we go through.
You throw him over your shoulder. Okay, you jump through the portal, and you feel where your artifacts are. You feel an intense burning. You look down, and the artifacts melt from your wrist. And with a flash, almost like you're just slammed, stopped. It's not like you're moving, but you're moving through time, if that makes any sense. You're not running or anything. You're slam stopped, and you're standing in the middle of a forest. And in the distance, you can hear explosions. And through the trees, you see some lights, and you hear voices. You don't know what they're saying, but you hear, it sounds like heavy machinery. And over a hill, a tank bursts through some trees. It's followed by some German soldiers. You look around, and you notice that you're all wearing uniforms of the United States. And as the tank approaches, you're standing there. You are surrounded by Nazi soldiers, and they level their weapons at you. And that's it.
All right. Well, awesome, guys. We appreciate it, Bob. Thanks for the story. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Wow.
Very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Time travel plot twists.
Anyway, thank you, everybody. And we're going to have this up pretty soon, but you won't know that because you won't see it when it comes out. So anyway, thank you for watching, and make sure to watch INVICTUS Stream on Wednesdays. And also, too, check out any of the stuff that we have going on. We're also going to try to get some more community games going so that you guys can kind of play those kind of offline. So we'll have any system that we can run there. So be sure to catch us there. So, Bob, did you have something?
Yeah, and if you can, remember to donate to Extra Life.
Donate to Extra Life, yes. So I'll have a link in the bottom and the description below. So make sure you do that. So thanks, Bob, for letting us know. And as Bob always likes to say,
See you around the table.
see you around the table. Thanks, everybody.